The high school football season enters week 4 with a MIC matchup tonight on IndianaSRN. We'll take the Warriors of Warren Central at 1-2 and the Bears of Lawrence Central also at 1-2 on the season. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else for delicious food? Burtner Electric, providing quality electrical services in central Indiana. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Clean Slate, inspired innovation that moves business forward. And by Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. Great to have you with us. Again, week 4 of the high school football season, and a beautiful night here tonight. 2 MIC teams try to get on the winning side of things here this evening. Troy Dergowski, Coach Keith Myers, and we're going to see some pretty good athletes in this one here tonight. And the other thing you're going to see, 2 teams that really need to get a win at this point in the year.
I can't believe it's week 4. And the weather has changed. Last couple of weeks in the 90s. Tonight, 72. And a beautiful night. Had a storm earlier this afternoon, cleared up, and it's going to be a pretty good ball game. Speed is the name of the game tonight. Both these teams can run the ball. Both these teams are very quick. This game could be up in the 30s or 40s, or it could just be one of those games that maybe defense takes over and 3 points will win it.
And we'll talk about both these teams in depth here in a couple of moments. This is a Warren Central team that has really kind of dominated this series. When you think about over the last 34 meetings, Warren Central has won 26 of those, but last year Lawrence Central picked up the win 32-20, so they're maybe hoping they maybe turned the tide a little bit going into this one here tonight. But you look at these 2 teams in their first 3 games, they've had some good moments, they've had some bad moments, and they've had some moments where they wish they could have the football back. Turnovers might be a big key for Warren Central. We'll talk about them here in a couple of moments, but we've got some kids you're going to see tonight that are D1 type players that are on teams just trying to find their way.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. It's week 4. Both teams are 1-2. You're maybe trying something to hope that now everybody understands they're on the right page. Long season. You got 5 games left after tonight. So, these 2 teams could see each other in a sectional as well. 2 years ago, Warren Central upset this Warren Central team in the sectional. So anything can happen. Nice little battle, and it's a nice little rivalry. You'll see a very competitive game tonight, I do believe.
This Warren Central football program, they won a state championship back in 2018. Since then, they won 14 games that year, and I pointed out to you before we got on the air a little bit ago that since then they've won only 23 games. Last year they went 6-6. Yes, they won a sectional championship, but then they ended up losing in the regional, and that's where it kind of sat right there. But they've got some talent on this team. We'll break them down, but they're trying to get back to the Warren Central of old.
I think a lot of it, though, Troy, if you look at 6A period, all the teams are getting better, all the teams are getting stronger, and it's an equal field where before maybe Warren had the edge a little bit. They had a great reputation of being a very good program. So if you're a county kid, you went there. I think that equals well, because both of these teams are very well coached, very well disciplined. I would be shocked if we see many mental mistakes because both of these coaches stress fundamentally football.
We're going to see 2 quarterbacks that are what you would consider all-purpose guys who can throw the football, they can run the football, but they really like to run the football. Let's start with Warren Central, as we mentioned, coming in at 1-2, but they're 1-0 in MIC action this year, and they're led by Keith Jackson, 317 yards passing, 217 on the ground. The big issue for Jackson is his accuracy only 36%, but he likes to tuck it under and run the ball.
That's what you have to watch. If he's in the pocket and he has an open lane, he'll drop the ball, he'll go, and he'll go quick. Keith is a very good player. Can see the field well. Sometimes the arm strength is not as well as coach would want it to be, but he can get the job done.
Well, he's certainly a dual-threat quarterback, and he's going to be really helped out in that offense by running back Jalen Moore, 196 yards in his first 3 games, and James Clark could be the feature back tonight, 112 yards. And when you think about who will Jackson throw to, you have Chaz Corley averaging over 21 yards per reception. So if they want to get some big-time yardage, they'll probably go to Corley.
If you throw it up there, he'll go get it too. He'll go get every ball. He's got a great hands. He'll do some silly things with the football once he brings that down too, because he can run.
By the way, Warren Central right now only at 314 yards of total offense, only 106 yards through the air, so they'll try to run the football as much as they can tonight. When we come back, we'll talk about the Bears of Lawrence Central, and they've got a quarterback who can really do it all as well. That's coming up in a couple of moments right here on Indiana SRN.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Back once again here at Lawrence Central High School. We're still about 5 minutes away from kickoff of this one here tonight. We previewed Warren Central. By the way, stay tuned here in a couple of moments. We have Keith's top games around the state to watch. Now, last week, it was a little shaky. This week, I think you're going to like his game, so stay tuned for that. All right, the Bears coming in at 1-2. They're 0-1 in conference play. They don't want to go to 0-2 tonight. We talked about a dual-threat quarterback in Keith Jackson, but when you think about Bryson Luter, this guy's the real deal. 727 yards through the air, 329 yards on the ground. Those numbers lead the Bears in offense.
And you forgot to mention he's got legs. He's got speed.
Yeah.
But he can throw the ball well. They need to protect him. He'll need some time if they're going to throw it up. But he has really great sense. I think he has a seventh sense that when he's in trouble, he's just going to go up the field. He goes east and west. He doesn't go side to side. I love kids that want to go up the field.
Well, the one thing about it is this Warren Central defense, we'll talk about the support players here for the Bears, but Warren Central, if they get the rush on him too far and they get too far upfield, that's when he can burn you.
He'll smoke you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's quick.
By the way, Albert Gooden, 179 yards and 4 touchdowns on the ground. He is the second leading rusher for the Bears. And then you look at a receiver like NZ Davis, who, by the way, 6'5", 200 pounds, 12 receptions, 170 yards, and a touchdown. That is one big receiver and a guy that ought to be playing at the next level at that size.
What I like is they list him as a tight end. He's no longer an end. He is a tight end. And when you see him, he is a big boy, and he can play the ball.
Warren Central Warriors are on the field and ready to go in here a couple of moments. We have some big games going on here in week 4 of high school football. There's a lot of unbeaten teams. We'll talk about them in a moment. But let's talk about Keith's top 10 big games of the state.
I got a sponsor this week.
Well, you do?
The Morales Group.
Very good.
Big 10.
Right.
Let's see. Carmel at Louisville Trinity, Cincinnati Mower and Center Grove, Garin Catholic Buff, Heritage Christian Eastern Hancock, Bishop Chittard and Cathedral right down the street, Morovia, Triton Central, Mount Vernon and New Powell, Noblesville, Westfield, Tri-West, Western Boone, and I really like this Yorktown Delta game. Could be a pretty good, interesting games.
Yeah, it's interesting how teams like Yorktown and Pendleton Heights and some of those teams have really stepped up in that conference, given New Powell and Mount Vernon a run for their money. But don't forget IMG Academy, Ben Davis going on tonight. That's one a lot of people keep an eye on. And then the Battle of the Unbeatens tonight. Adams Central, Jay County, Bloomington North, and Bloomington South. Greenfield Central, Pendleton Heights, both those teams unbeaten. Hamilton Southeastern Fishers, and Mississinawa is on the road at Oak Hill. So I think you did better this week. You didn't bring up Logansport, which is good for all of us.
So I got an A?
You got an A.
Okay.
It is also time, if you did, you're pointing at something?
Well, it looks like the Bears are in their little cocoon, and they're ready to explode out of there.
They'll be out here in a couple of moments. All right, while you're watching that, the IndianaSRN Top 5 polls. Why don't you talk about that as we get ready for tonight's game?
Let's go 6A since this is a 6A game. Ben Davis, number 1, Hamilton Southeastern 2, Westfield 3, Fishers 4, Crown Point 5. I got a phone call from Fort Wayne Snyder they're number 1 in 5A. Bloomington South 2, Plainfield 3, Castle 4, Bloomington North 5. And 4A, East Central, man, did I watch a great – you need to watch their game last week. They are really, really good. Evansville Rights is 2, Kokomo is 3, Northwood is 4, Evansville Memorial 5. Evansville Memorial and Rights are playing, and Mater Dei is playing tonight. That should be a good game. 3A, Chittard, Guerin, Western Boone, Hanover Central, West Lafayette, and 2A, Indianapolis-Scecina. I don't think they'll lose a game.
Really?
They play Heritage next week. That might be their toughest game they have left in the year. Eastbrook, Linton Stockton, Browntown Central, and Heritage Christian number 5. And in Indianapolis Lutheran, Adams Central, North Judson, South Putman. And my good friend Bill Ledlow says you got to give some love to Providence. I gave him number 5.
Wow. You're easily influenced on that, aren't you?
It was the nice cheeseburger that I got during that dinner. It was a nice little meal.
So for anybody that's watching here tonight, don't forget, if you want to get your team in the top 5, a cheeseburger will do it.
Cheeseburger will do it, baby.
Keith will get you right in there. Let's talk about keys to this one. As we said a little bit ago, you have a Lawrence Central team that is 0-1 in the conference. Would love to get a big win here tonight against their rival Warren Central. Warren Central trying to make some noise tonight to go to 2-0 in the conference.
Warren Central's keys, ball control, stop their speed. If you can stop the speed, I think they'll be in pretty good shape. And just defend well. Defend well because they've given up some big plays. Coach wants them really to defend well. Talked to Coach earlier in the week, and he didn't want to talk to me anymore. So I think he's set for this game as well. Warren Central, quick start. You're home. Get it done quickly. Yeah. I think if you can score quickly, it could be a thing. Don't give up a big play. They have a habit of doing that. And don't turn over the ball. I think if they can be limited to maybe one turnover, they could win this game pretty easily.
Yeah, Warren Central, as you mentioned.
Easily. It would be close, but you know what I'm saying.
Exactly. And again, the turnover bug has hurt Warren Central so far this season. By the way, Lawrence Central deferred to the second half, so the Bears will kick off the football to open this one here tonight. They'll be in their dark uniforms. Warren Central will be in the light uniforms and the black pants here tonight. We'll keep you updated on some of the other scores. There are 2 other games on the network tonight as well. And you mentioned we're down in Evansville. And what other games do we have
Covenant
tonight?
Christian and North Putman,
okay.
West Side.
All right, that'll be a good one tonight as well.
Welcome our new play-by-play guy. Jim Barber joins us tonight in the broadcast booth.
Of course, when I looked at the schedules, I mentioned you a little while ago, it looked like Jim Baber, and I was trying to figure out who Jim Baber was. I thought maybe hired somebody new.
It's that IPS education that I had.
Well, don't let that hurt you.
You know, Thomas Carr Howe did me well. I mean, when they said, you need to move on to somewhere else. And I went to University of Indianapolis for a day. And then, from there, God has blessed me. I have a great wife that looks at all of my stuff. So that one she didn't check.
Well, the good news is I hope maybe in the future after tonight's picks of your top 10 games that she'll help you even next week.
Well, I just appreciate you pointing out all my mistakes because I know you're so perfect. Warren Central is wearing white with the black numbers, the black pants. Warren Central in their maroon with their white letters and their black pants. I love the uniforms. And Sean Crawl would be in heaven right now with both of these uniforms.
Yeah, he likes them, that's for sure. It'll be Jaden Cowell who will tee it up at the 40-yard line for Lawrence Central. It'll be Daryl Hollingsworth and Siren Williams both deep, and this game is underway. It'll be a line drive kick and a short kick, touched by one of the upmen and then picked up at the 25-30 out to the 35. That'll be Williams on the return. So it will be Warren Central football. We mentioned Keith Jackson so far this year, 20 of 56, 317 yards. By the way, his completion percentage, as we said earlier, is below 40%. That'll be a big key here tonight. 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He's run the ball for 217 yards and a touchdown. Keep an eye on Siren Williams on the outside, Jordan Williams, as well as Chaz Corley. Corley, a touchdown this year, over 21 yards per reception. 1st and 10, football again at the 37-yard line, and they'll run it over the left side, and not a bad carry by number 19 on the rush that time for Warren Central. That'll be Jalen McMoore.
Exactly what they gained 6 yards from the first play of the game, and they will not hesitate to go.
Well, the Bears defense this year, they've had some games where they've had some shootouts to deal with, but so far this year, they've actually been very stiff up front with Carter, Harden, Goodwin, and Robertson. Robertson and Carter, two very good edge rushers. Out of the shotgun, handoff again up the middle, and there's McMoore getting to about the 45-yard line. Still going to be short at third down at about 2.
Lawrence Central's defense shot the gap that time to stop the run. This is a very third down, about 2. I just love the offense, how they just don't stay in that huddle any longer. It's outside. Coaches are going to yell at the play.
Well, they want to work quick, and they're going to hand it off, third consecutive run, and maybe a gain of 1, depending on the spot of the football. Talked about those guys in the middle. That was Brian Robertson, the 6'2", 252-pound junior who stepped in there, the defensive tackle, making a nice stop. And they're going to say no gain.
And they're going to go for this one early.
So a gutsy call here for Warren Central. Moore carrying the football all 3 times. It'll be fourth down.
Goes back and punt.
Yep, it's going to be a quick kick right here. So Jackson able to get rid of this one and gets a good bounce inside the 10-yard line and takes a nice roll. It just keeps on going, almost like that field is kind of leveled out that way, and it's down, I believe, to the 1-yard line.
It looks like it's right down to the 1-yard line.
Wow.
Nice little punt.
So we will have the first possession for the Bears here tonight.
Thanks to our officials for today's game. Their hard work and dedication. Without them, we do not play. Please, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Sportsmanship is everyone's job. I'd like to thank our officials wearing the black and white stripes, head by Ken Walshman.
Isn't Ken a basketball official too?
Very, very good basketball official.
Well, he's leading the group here tonight as you see Bryson Luter lead the Bears offense out on the field for the first time, and they're in a hole.
Look at how deep that.
Wow. Yeah, they're at the 1-yard line. Luter is trying to draw them off sides, maybe give them a little breathing room in their own end zone. Luter has 1 setback, 3 receivers to the right, all tight, and they'll run it up the middle, and they might get about a yard, and that was it. That's going to be Albert Gooden on the call there, and maybe a yard.
Yeah, if that.
I think they might have given him just 1 yard.
How about the nice little fancy chain gang with the numerical numbers?
Gotta love it. Handoff again up the middle, this time to the 6-yard line. So this is a little more breathing room here for Lawrence Central. See who that was. That was number 23 again, Gooden on the carry. So we'll put him at the 6-yard line. That was a gain of 4. Boy, both teams running the football here early, but right now from Lawrence Central's standpoint, they just need to get some room here to work.
And this is the second time the umpire has escorted a player off the field either without a mouthpiece or something, and he's getting his helmet checked.
Trips to the near side here for Luter. Gooden will set up to his right. Luter set to throw. Here comes pressure, steps up, and here's where he can be dangerous. Runs into one of his own blockers, able to get to the outside before he's pushed out of bounds at about the 11-yard line.
He's going to be short about a yard. Hello to Riley Thomason, who's listening and watching from Phoenix, Arizona. Remember old Riley? Riley and Sarah. Sarah went to Warren Central.
Okay.
And Sarah and Riley and baby is watching the game. Hello, Riley. Jerry says hello, Riley.
By the way, they got the first down. Football just a little bit shy of the 11-yard line. Big run there by Luter as he'll work out of the shotgun once again. He'll fake the handoff, looks to throw, and almost, it's going to be picked off. Warren Central able to come in there and pick it off. That'll be Amonte Jackson there for the INT.
And Amonte just stepped right in front of the ball.
Well, Luter, he's got to want that one back because that coverage was just simply very good that time for Warren Central. And now the Warriors, the first big break of the ball game.
And one of the keys was to limit that turnover, and that turnover you wish you could have back.
So now to be at the 15-yard line for Warren Central. Well, we just talked about Warren Central not turning the ball over, and then Lawrence Central turns it over deep in their own territory. So, Warriors football again at the Lawrence Central 15-yard line. Jackson will hand it off, and ball almost comes out. On the carry, James Clark taking another look at the INT right here.
Got the coverage he wanted.
Going to be 2nd down and 11. Now watch this. This is great.
He just read the eyes.
The throw was a little bit low and maybe even a little bit behind the receiver right there. So it'll be 2nd down and 11. Football at the 16-yard line. Jackson will throw it out in the flat. Ball caught. That will be Clark, and Clark will get his way close to the 10, 11-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down.
See where How about this defense here?
Yeah, well, their back is against the wall. They put it at the 12, so that'll be a gain of 4 on the pass play. Jackson's first completion of the night.
Got to be 4 down territory, don't you think?
I would say yes. Clark, again, his first reception of the night. 3rd down and 7. Jackson now rolling. Here comes pressure. Able to get away. Fires toward the end zone, and it's going to be out of play. Incomplete pass, but he was under severe pressure by that Lawrence Central defense, more specifically Sean May.
He is lucky Sean May is not strong enough to yank him down. But the arm strength that he has is incredible.
And it looks like, at least right here, from what we can tell now, I see a lot of movement on the Warren Central sideline, but they have not given any indication yet that they're going to kick a field goal or they're going to go for it. You see the Lawrence Central coaching staff, and it looks like the Warriors will go for it. Trips to the near side. Jackson over the middle, and it's a little bit too high for the intended receiver. That was Corley, and that Lawrence Central defense holds, but they'll take over the football after the turnover.
Can bend but didn't break, did they?
No kidding. And that's a missed opportunity there for Warren Central.
Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe, good breakfast and great lunch. Delicious baked goods as well. Check out their daily specials. Open 8 to 2 Wednesday through Sunday. Located in Oak Landing, 6427 Oak Landing Road.
Albert Gooden a little slow getting out there on the field. You see him coming in there at the last moment as Luter will tell him what the play is. And it will be Bears football. 2nd possession after the turnover. And they'll look to throw. Luter, quick hitter to the outside and caught. It'll be DeMarcus Cole on the reception. Let's see what they're going to give him right there. Looks like he got a gain of 5 on the pass play.
Official said he stayed in bounds. The clock continued to run. Very quick quarter. We're at 7 minutes and 30 seconds.
By the way, Cole, 10 receptions, 239 yards, averaging nearly 24 yards per reception this season. Handoff, right side, Gooden, and
Nothing
not
there.
much there at all. Yeah, he might get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Great defense by the Warren Central Warriors, and the whole entire defensive line was not sucked into that.
Well, we talked about that front 4 for Lawrence Central, but you have Burris, Finch, Green, and Shanklin there for Warren Central. 4 very good defensive linemen. Got a little jumpy there as Luter, the hard count at the line of scrimmage.
Nice body control because he was almost in the neutral zone.
Trips near side. 2nd down and 5. Luter again with one running back in the backfield. Luter looking right, looking left. Here they come, and he's going to go down. Big-time sack back to about the 10-yard line. Boy, there were several white jerseys in there, including Jeremy Finch, the defensive tackle.
Well, they put 7 guys in the box there, Troy.
So it's going to be 4th down and 11. And so now Warren Central will get the football back. That'll be a loss of 7 on the sack of Luter. Harris will be deep for Warren Central, one of the 2 players that are deep. See if we can identify the other. Looks like that might be Sean Pennington, the other player that is now deep for Warren Central. Bears, and it's going to be blocked. Another big play here for this Warren Central football team, and that's going to be a safety as the ball rolls out of the end zone. And so Lawrence Central unable to get the punt off. And now it's 2-0. Take another look at it right here.
Right, the center went all the way back, and it was blocked by a Lawrence Central kid.
Well, that was, though, really good pressure up the middle. And it's 2-0 Warriors here at Lawrence Central.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
For the first time this year, by the way, that's our first safety, at least mine.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with high school football or football period, Lawrence Central now has to kick off from the 20-yard line. It's a free kick. It can be a punt or on a tee, and they chose a tee.
Well, either way, Warren Central's going to get excellent field position. That's a short kick, and it's going to be fumbled.
Loose.
Yep, out to the 47-yard line, but I do believe Warren Central able to get it back. Very, very dangerous play right there for Warren Central. That was, by the way, McMorr who got it back. So the football will be at the 47-yard line. Kind of a strange start to this game, right?
It is. It's got a good defense on both sides, and then the block punt. It won't stay 2-0.
I don't think so.
I'd be shocked.
Well, I think you and everybody here will be definitely shocked. So Jackson brings the offense back out. Football at the 47-yard line. He'll look to throw. Hit near side at the 39-yard line, then spun down. So Warren Central throwing early. That'll be Jalen Morris on the reception, and he'll get to the 37. It'll be a 9-yard pass play.
Nice throw.
So 2nd down and 1. Warren Central got it deep into Lawrence Central territory following that interception, did nothing with it. Jackson throws down the middle, and it's going to be knocked down at the last second by Nick Johnson of Lawrence Central.
Johnson almost had that ball. Nice defense there. Didn't get fooled. It was a post route.
By the way, Keith Jackson, not very big. You'll take another look at it right here from the end zone. And that ball leads him. He might get the touchdown, but Jackson is only 5'7", 155 pounds.
5'7" listed.
So it'll be 3rd down and 1 here for Warren Central. Jackson takes the high snap, the handoff, and one player loses his hat. I think he got the first down to the 35-yard line.
Marcus Bell is the kid that lost his helmet. Or you call it the head.
The head. He certainly loses. As that, by the way, Jay-Sean McCullough on the reception to get the first down to the 35-yard line.
You lose your helmet, you get to lose a play.
So it'll be 1st down and 10. Warriors again on the option. It'll be a keeper by Jackson. Finds a hole up the middle at the 5. And touchdown, Warren Central. That's going to be a run of 35 yards and the score, and it's 8-0 Warriors. We're going to see it again here in a moment. Well, that's a great move by Jackson.
And Jackson showed his speed to you.
He's not big, but he is fast. And the Warriors kind of shocking the home crowd here with 4:36 remaining in this opening period. And the snap will go to the up back. They're going to go for 2 right here, and I believe they're going to get it. and a 2-point conversion. They snap it to the up back, and he goes in for the 2. That was Marcus Bell at 5'11", 240. It's 10-0 Warriors.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
My name is Jay Jones. I'm the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and we appreciate you tuning in to tonight's game. We hope you'll stay tuned to SRN for tomorrow's Heartland Conference Game of the Week, showcasing some of the best small college football in the Midwest. We look forward to seeing you then.
See the crowd here tonight at Lawrence Central. That, by the way, the Warren Central crowd, who is pretty happy with the beginning of this one.
Yep, look at the sky. Beautiful sky.
Isn't it?
Beautiful football night in Indiana. Wish you were here if you were in Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, it's probably hot there, so we're very cool and comfortable here. So.
I'm sure he's taking care of the baby and drinking a Coca-Cola, watching football.
Be another short kick here as Lawrence Central will get the football back from the 20-25 and breaking it loose. 45-50, foot race, 40, 35-30. Can he beat one man?
Nope.
No. Great return for Lawrence Central. That was Andrew Pemberton, the sophomore, and that's exactly what the Bears needed right there.
Hollingsworth was the last one he could beat, and the angle got him. But, man, this is a quick – you're right in the game now again. Look at this. He's outrunning our camera guy.
That's not easy to do. Football at the 20-yard line here for the Bears. Bryson Luter now has a chance to work out of the red zone for the first time here tonight. So here we go. Stack trips right at the hash mark left where they'll set the football. Luter, very dangerous out of the red zone. Fumbles the football, and he's going to lose some big-time yardage right there. Tyrone Burris will sack him. That's just a big mistake there by Luter.
I don't think the snap got to him, and it's hard to pick that ball up on a roll.
Well, one thing for sure, if it didn't, he took his eyes off of it, and now what was in the red zone, you're all the way back to the 29-yard line. Luter again will stack him up to the right.
Trips.
Luter again alone in the backfield, throws near side, low throw, caught at the 15-yard line. Nice catch by Davis at 6'5", 200. He had to go really low to get that one.
You know, as good as that catch, you're short 5 yards, but now you're back into the red zone.
But it's going to be 3rd down and about 5 here. Again, they'll stack it up on the right side. Luter to throw, flushed out of the pocket, hit from behind, and goes down. He got hit by Burris again, and then you think about it now. You had it 1st and 10 at the 20. Now it's 4th down. You're going to have to get to the 10 just to get a first down.
He had his wide receiver open in the flat and just didn't see him.
By the way, this is a Lawrence Central football team that had over 600 yards of total offense and that lost to Westfield. They lose to Lawrence North and had over 500 yards of total offense, so they can put up some big-time numbers. Luter to throw again. Steps up, throws it as he goes down, but I think his knee was down first, and that's going to be a loss of yardage right there and another sack for that Warren Central defense.
And Warren Central takes over, 1st and 10.
Might have been Starks who was the first one in there to get him, but nonetheless, take another look at it from your end zone. That's good pressure.
He's wide open right there. Knee down simultaneously. Good call by the officials.
I think if that was number 34 and may have gotten his hand on him first, that was Marcus Bell.
Yep.
So Marcus Bell, give him credit for getting that sack. And so now Warren Central will take over. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to be a nice gain. Around 8, maybe 9 yards on the carry.
Tell you what,
McMoore.
That front line of Warren Central just blowing Warren Central off the ball 2 or 3 yards each way.
McMoore came in with 196 yards rushing, averaging over 6 yards per carry.
This is a big stop here, this series.
Well, Lawrence Central back out there quickly. Let's call it 2nd down and 1. Jackson to throw out the flat ball. Caught 30, 35, and a nice run. And after McMoore makes the catch, you get the first down out to around the 37-yard line.
If you're a young man or a young lady that's playing football, that's exactly what you do. You get contact, tackle you high, shake him off, and keep those feet going. Nice second effort.
Put it at the 36-yard line. Trips left, hash mark right. Man in motion, and Warren Central will now option and pitch. Jackson off to his running back. We'll pick up who that was, but he gets out to about the 41-yard line. That's going to be number 8, which is Jordan Williams, a receiver at 5'11", 155, and a senior.
Okay, they fooled me because I was looking at the other end, and they fooled me. Did they get you?
No, I saw it all the way.
You're a pro.
Yeah. You know what was even more surprising about that? I saw it without the
Your
glasses.
goggles?
Yes.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. So it'll be 2nd down and 5. Jackson fakes the pass while keeping himself. And as we mentioned, not very big. And once he ran into a couple of guys up front, he went down right there. Looked like 99 Robert Beasley at 6'2", 270, only a sophomore. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 4. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage, the Warriors. Trips near side. Jackson looks over the middle. Ball's going to be caught. Great catch into Lawrence Central territory. And on the reception, number 89, Jesse Tobar.
Boy, he caught that ball. Great hands and brought it down. Watch this. Troy, there's the drop. He extended, caught well. Nice catch.
That's actually Corley, not Tobar. So Corley with the reception there for Warren Central. It'll be 1st down and 10, football at the 47-yard line. Warren will work with 4 receivers. Trips near side, handoff. They'll run it up the middle again. That'll be McMoore. This guy just puts his head down and goes. He is listed at 5'9", 200, so he's quite a load. There was that reception moments ago.
They do not have to run a play.
Football will be listed, or should say placed, at the 43-yard line. And I think they're going to let this one run out here in the opening period of play. We've had a couple of bad plays here tonight by Lawrence Central, and yet Warren Central has come up big, and they lead at 10-0 after 1.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family. Come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
By the way, tonight's game broadcast and copywritten on IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association only for the private use of our audience. Use of pictures, videos, and audio, especially Keith's audio, with that the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. Well, interesting opening quarter. Lawrence Central trying to get that offense going. There's been a high-power offense against 2 pretty good teams over the last 2 weeks, but so far tonight they seem a little out of sync.
Quick first quarter too.
It was.
I think it was very good. Quick quarter. That the safety just ignited Warren Central.
I think it did too.
In the 2-point conversion after the touchdown.
Well, right now Jalen McMoore is running the ball extremely well. Keith Jackson has kept this Lawrence Central defense a little bit off balance. Handoff Nope, it's going to be a keeper by Jackson, and the pitch at the last second. They'll get some extra yardage down to the 36, and looks like they're going to get a first down right here. A nice run by Williams.
I like the offensive scheme here at Warren Central because they just throw you off. They have speed, and then they run the option. I love this option here. And this is a great toss. I'm going to get hit. I'm going to throw it to you, and then you just run down the field a little bit more.
So it'll be first down, football at the 35, trips right, and we'll keep McMoore in the lineup here for Warren Central.
LC needs a stop here.
Yeah, they'd hate to go down 17-0 early. Quick hitter out in the flat. Ball will be caught and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be Williams once again.
Boy, Warren Central read that all the way through. They strained that out. He lost a yard.
Yes, he did. Second down and 11. Well, if you're going to throw that football out there, you guys up front better be blocking.
And that's a long throw, Troy, because he's on this hash.
Yeah. Williams in motion once again. Jackson hands off. Here's McMoore. Big hole up the middle. Still on his feet at the 15. Loses his helmet down to about the 12-yard line. Great run again by McMoore.
And if you're keeping count of how many people have lost their helmet, that's the second one tonight. That's a nice, hard run.
McMoore, by the way, coming out of the ball game after losing his helmet. By the way, he has a full beard, in case you're wondering.
He's got more hair than anybody else I know on the football team.
So now first down and 10 for Warren Central. New running back in the ball game on the carry is number 21, James Clark. Clark coming into this one after getting limited time over the last couple of ball games, getting a chance now to carry the football. But right now McMoore might be the guy for the rest of the night for Warren Central.
Clark is a junior. They're young.
Yeah.
They don't start many seniors.
3 seniors on that offensive line, but still everybody else. A lot of juniors and sophomores in the ball game. Second down, man in motion, and Jackson will keep it himself at the 5, dives back to the inside, into the end zone for a touchdown, and an 8-yard score by Jackson, and it's 16-0 Warriors. Boy, Jackson is not big, but he is elusive and very quick. His second touchdown of the night on the ground.
You got to be happy with the offense. If you're Coach Kirshner, you got to be happy with your offense. They showed up tonight.
They did. So now the extra point attempt. Cam Harris, and a line drive kick, and it is good. Barely getting over the crossbar, but it is good enough. 10:26 to go, 17-0 Warriors.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Willer Mission Thrift Store, bargain hunters, treasure seekers. We have a place for you. Visit our store at 8640 East 96th Street in Fishers. Thank you for helping on our mission. It's Willer Mission Thrift Store. Been there the other day. I told you I got a couple things. Neat place.
Did you get me anything?
By the way, happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks. I know she got me the same thing as you got me last year, just a different color. Onside kick, but that one gets through, and Warren Central, I'm not sure that was intended or not, but it'll be Lawrence Central football at the 41. We'll take another look at that touchdown.
Look, Jackson is just very, very quick.
First off, that was a great fake, though. I mean, you saw the running back, McMoore, go to his left, and it just...
But, I'm charting off the field, you're trying to, everybody else is like 6'2". He's like, hey, fellas, lift me up. I scored.
Well, on the other side, Bryson Luter is 6 foot 165, and so far has not gotten this offense on track here tonight. So the Bears will have it first down and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Luter will hand it off, and that Warren Central defense swarming all over the running back. Nowhere to go for number 32, Karen Parks. In fact, you might even have just gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it.
I tell you what, Warren Central playing very well now. Got their ears pinned back. They're going to make – this defense is excited.
Paris Green, 97, one of the first ones to make the hit. So it'll be second down and 10 now for the Bears. Single receiver to the near side. They'll work between the hash marks, pulling guards, and then the handoff over the left side. Big hole into Warren Central territory, down to about the 45. On the carry, Albert Gooden for the first down.
Nice hole. Boy, the quarterback got hit after the play. The second time Lawrence has been in Warren territory.
You know what was interesting about that play? The left guard, the left tackle pulled to the right, and they ran to the left.
Yeah.
Don't see that very often. So it'll be first down, Bears. Handoff over the left side, and another big run inside the 40 down to about the 37. This time Parks on the carry.
Almost lost the football on the way down.
Warriors had a hold of the jersey for a brief moment, but unable to bring Parks down. They're going to hurry up offense right here. Bears back to the line of scrimmage. This time it'll be over the left side, down to about the 30. It'll be Albert Gooden once again. And that'll be another first down, and all of a sudden now we're seeing this Bears offense wake up here.
You think they said something underneath the tent?
Might have.
Yeah.
Hey, we better get going here.
Yeah,
huh?
we got to get going.
You got a 17-0 hole already. And they place the football at the 30-yard line. First down and 10 here for the Bears. This time they'll bring two receivers to the near side and work with two running backs in the backfield. As Luter works out of the shotgun, he'll fake the handoff, and he's in immediately, brought down by Jeremy Finch.
Finch read that. He shot the gap, and he saw that coming. Loses 5.
Jeremy Finch, how about that? I tell you what, that young man, 6'2", 240, only a sophomore. And that just shows his quickness on the inside and able to get to the quarterback. Read it well.
Just tells you how fast these kids are. Weight room has helped during the summer, eh?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Second down, and we'll call it 15. Coming up on the 8-minute mark here before halftime. Luter again in the shotgun, looking down the middle of the field, has a man, and the catch made down to the 10-yard line. That's going to be Davis once again, the junior at 6'5", 200. Boy, and he went up and got it, too.
Yeah, look at that stature. Look at this throw. Flat-footed, too. Nice catch.
First down and 10.
He had to turn his body.
Handoff left side, nothing there, and another great play by Finch. Boy, not much for number 26, Harrison, in the ball game now for the Bears. I'm going to say a loss of 2. It'll be second down and 12. They can get a first down if they can get to the 1-yard line. They work really quick. They want to get back to the line of scrimmage, see if they can keep Warren Central from making any substitutions. Damian Shanklin, our first penalty. The defensive end, they're jumping off sides on that right side.
Well, I won the bet. 7:15 mark. That's what I wrote down. 7:15.
Well, you were pretty good at that, aren't you?
I was. Good job, officials.
You're like a Swenguli. Or is it Svenguli?
What's a Swenguli?
You're one of those. You're a Guli something.
I'm a Guli.
Second down and 7 after the penalty. Warren Central trying to get a beat on it as they'll look to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass intended there for Davis, cutting over the middle.
Maybe rushed it.
So that'll stop the clock at 6:59. Get a good look at it from the end zone. That's the big catch there by Davis. He's made a couple of big catches tonight.
That was right in your living room. I like that shot. That's a nice shot.
We should have that every game.
Maybe so.
All right. Put that on the agenda. It'll be third down and 7. And they'll blow this one dead. We've got a timeout on the field. 6:59 to go. 17-0 Warriors.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Now the Bears knocking on the door, 3rd down and 7. The Bears trail at 17-0. And we've got another whistle, and I think maybe Warren Central is going to call a timeout right here. So back-to-back timeouts as we played a little cat and mouse.
IHSAA game of the week, got a doubleheader for you. 1 o'clock, we will be down in Franklin as Franklin takes on Aurora. And then at 4:07, Manchester taking on Alma. Both good games on the HCA TV.
By the way, if you didn't tune into the game, the Franklin game last week.
Oh, you missed a doozy.
I think that I wrote that down. I went and looked back at it, how many big plays, and I'm talking about big plays, anything over 40, at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 touchdown plays of 40 or more.
40, yeah. And so talked to Coach today for the Coach's Show. Got a little surprise for you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so you need to listen to Coach's Show tomorrow.
Is he going to wish me happy birthday too?
Maybe. He did say that we were missing some Chick-fil-A sandwiches in the locker room.
Well, that's, anywhere I go, if I can find a Chick-fil-A sandwich,
it's yours.
It's mine. So after back-to-back timeouts, this time by the Warriors, Luter out of the shotgun, hash mark left, high snap, handoff, and an immediate collision. And I'll tell you what, Paris Green just laid out Albert Gooden right there, and that's going to be a loss back to the line of scrimmage at about the 11. How about that hit?
That's a nice hit, nice hole. Plug that hole. They need a first down here.
Well, I may tell you what, Paris Green hit him hard enough that his chin strap, and I'm talking about Paris Green's chin strap, came loose. And you're talking about a 4th down now, and looks like the Bears, down 17-0, are going to go for it right here. So what does Luter and the Bears have in store? They're going to send everybody out wide. 5 receivers, empty backfield. Work off the hash mark left once again. Luter still has time over the middle, and it's incomplete. I'm not sure who that was intended for. There were 3 receivers in that area. DeMarcus Cole might have been the closest. But the Bears coming up empty after that nice drive into Warren Central's red zone.
That's tough. So now defense, who has been playing more than the offense, not much rest, has to get back on the field. Need to stop.
Well, that was all thanks to Paris Green and that great play he made on the run. After that timeout, you saw the Bears call the timeout. Warren Central gets a timeout, and it appeared that Warren Central did the right thing. And so their defense comes up big, and here come the Warriors. Can they build on a 17-0 lead? Keith Jackson back in. He has 2 receivers, actually 3 receivers to the near side. One will go in motion. That's Williams. They'll hand it off up the middle, and not much there. Nice defensive play by Carter, the defensive end.
And not to correct you or anything, you said not much, but they get 5 yards. I mean, they blow him off the line of scrimmage.
Well, maybe after last week's college game, anything that's a 5-yard gain is not much for me.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5. We'll put the football at the 16-yard line. Jackson puts Williams in motion once again. Jackson's going to keep it himself. Option to the right, and the pitch to Williams. He got drilled out of bounds, but he's going to be short of the first down. Big-time hit there by DJ Morton.
He got hit at the 20. That I would not get up off of that hit. That was a brutal hit.
You wouldn't get up?
Son, I can't take any more hits.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 1.5 for the first down. And whistles will stop the play right here. So we've got a
sideline interference.
Yep.
There's your warning.
So now they'll back everybody up and move them where they belong, and that was on Warren Central. It'll be 3rd down and we'll say 2 here. It's more maybe 1.5. Warriors with just over 5 minutes remaining with that 17-0 lead, as they've taken advantage of the Bears' mistakes here tonight in this first half. Jackson puts Williams in motion once again. Handoff, and up the middle, it's going to be Clark on the carry, and I think he got the first down. You can move the chains. He got to the 22.
This whole entire first quarter has all been Warren Central.
Yeah. By the way, if you're keeping an eye on that IU Indiana State game, 21-0 Indiana. Trips left, hash mark right. Clock coming up on 5 minutes. Warren Central will now look to the sideline. Looks like James Clark will stay in, the junior running back at 5'10", 175.
Is he going to go under? Oh, I thought he was going to go under center. That would surprise me.
Jackson will put a man in motion once again. Jackson will throw near side, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That one was a catchable football by Eric Hester.
Modern day Evansville Memorial leads 7-0 after the end of 1. I tell you what, Memorial's on a roll.
They are.
Modern day is really good.
It'll be fun watching what's going to transpire out of the Evansville area. And there's a run up the middle. Nothing there again for Clark. He might get to the 25-yard line.
And the one thing I love about our coverage, Troy, is we go north, south, east, west. So when it comes down to the tournament, we've seen those teams, and it's a lot of fun to follow those teams.
And how close we'll be watching now that we're almost halfway point. The teams are going to have to start getting things right. As the tournament right around the corner. Trips left. Warren Central. Jackson flushed out of the pocket. Here they come, and he goes down.
That's the best defensive coverage. Everyone was covered. That's a cover. That's a defensive sack. But you got to award the secondary there. They had everybody covered.
Well, Gian Carter coming off that left side, number 90, 6'5", 215. The junior got a great beat on the offensive tackle. And so the sack will make it 4th down and 18. They'll have to get to the 33-yard line for a first down. So now we've seen that Bear defense come up big.
Well, this has got to be a punt.
Well, you would think.
How about Covenant Christian? 19-15 over North Putnam halfway through the second quarter. Keep those scores coming.
Yeah. So right now they're taking all the time and then calling a timeout to decide what they're going to do. 3:14 to go before the half. Warriors on top, 17-0.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Following the timeout, Jackson will step back into punt formation. That's going to be a very short punt, and it's going to take a Lawrence Central roll down to around the 34-yard line. So with 3:05 to go, Bears have plenty of time.
Did you see the collision between the two defenders?
No.
Wow, it's head-on crash. Hey, Boilermaker Local 374, learn how we can hire you. Contact us today at 219-845-1065. International Brotherhood of Boilermakers, Iron Shippers, Builders, and Blacksmith and Helpers.
Should have been a ship maker.
Okay.
Sounds like a interesting job, doesn't it?
I'm pretty happy with my career I've chosen.
Oh, I bet you are. Football at the 34. Trips near side. Handoff up the middle. Hard hit down to the 30-yard line. Tell you what, this is a hard-hitting football game here in the first half. That's going to be Karan Parks on the carry.
LC has two timeouts left.
By the way, Parks, a sophomore, 155 pounds. Handoff again. It'll be Parks. This time he get a couple. And just like that, it is third down. Now the Bears right now not throwing the football, even though Luter is a 67% completion percentage passer so far this year. Big hole at the 20, down to about the 19-yard line. And that looked like Parks again. So Parks on a roll.
Got to finish this series. You got to score a touchdown here. And you get the ball in the second half. First, the kick off the second half.
Two receivers split evenly to each side. This time Luter's going to check to the sideline, see what play they're going to change.
They changed it.
By the way, Parks staying in the ball game. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, in the air and over the intended receiver at the back of the end zone.
Wow, a little bit of contact there, but let it go.
I like that call, though. I really do for Lawrence Central. That was Jack Jordan, the junior. That's a tough throw, though. You're trying to get to the back of the end zone like that. Take another look at it.
It's going to come right into your living room.
Look at Matthew's camera work.
Look at that. That's awesome. That's an awesome shot.
That might get him a real job one day. Four receivers. Second down and 10. They'll throw again. Luter, ball caught inside the 15. Put him at about the 13-yard line. Looked like that was Davis on the reception once again. He's had a big first half, but the clock now down to a minute 35.
And if you're Warren, you let the clock run.
You want to, yep. But they cannot make any substitutions for the most part because the Bears in that hurry-up offense. Once again, four receivers, hash mark right side. Luter looking to his left. Now steps up, throws to the end zone, and that's too far. That'll be an incomplete pass, and just like that, it's going to be fourth down. Well, how big is this if you don't score before the half? Now think about it. If you can score here, you get the football to begin the second half.
Yes.
You give the Warriors credit, too. Their defensive backs doing an excellent job in coverage. That was Jack Jordan, who's back in the ball game. And it looks like we have another timeout, this time by Lawrence Central. We'll take a timeout. 17-0, Warriors on top.
They have one left.
My name is Jay Jones. I'm the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and we appreciate you tuning in to tonight's game. We hope you'll stay tuned to SRN for tomorrow's Heartland Conference Game of the Week, showcasing some of the best small college football in the Midwest. We look forward to seeing you then.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Tell take a look at tomorrow's games. There is the Franklin-Aurora game, 105 pregame. And, of course, later in the day, Manchester-Alma. You say that's about 4 o'clock or so?
That's a 4:07 start.
4:07 start. Both games right here on
IndianaSRN, where you're always
in the game. Trip left. How many times has LC been in the red zone, has not been able to put points on the board here tonight? Here comes the blitz, and he's going to go down. Big-time loss. Boy, that one really hurts. That is Donovan Dungy from the outside, one of the leading tacklers on this Warren Central football team. And how about that? That's great defense.
Do you think the defensive coordinator jumped up that high? Look how high he met those guys. And Kirshner, coach, is like, yes, we're playing defense.
They gave Luter no chance that time. Well, like we mentioned, you talked about a covered sack earlier that you saw with Warren Central. That was a covered sack, too. There was nobody to throw to.
Now, if you're Warren, I run the ball here.
Because what have I got to lose? Run it out and see what happens.
Though if you do score, you might just put it away if you score.
You might. 1:08 to go. You need a big play here.
Oh,
I think
no,
they're
he's
going to
go to knee it.
Yeah, they're going to be content on going into the locker room with a 17-0 lead, maybe, because it looks like Warren Central called it timeout. Interesting right there. Looked like they were going to just knee it and run out the clock, but maybe Coach Kirshner and the offense coordinator saw something they liked.
Hey, IndianaSRN is your place for high school sports. Don't forget, if you like to check out our website, we encourage you to do that at IndianaSRN.org. High school football, high school volleyball, got some soccer games for you as well. Also the home of the Heartland football season as well. IndianaSRN, if you're an employer out there or if you're looking for a sponsorship to help us put more kids on TV, you can contact us again at coach@IndianaSRN.org. Really a great opportunity.
Very great opportunity to be a part of it. And by the way, Jimmy Graves is the offensive coordinator for Warren Central. Maybe he and Coach Kirshner said, hey, wait a minute, we've got 1:08. Maybe we can do something with it here. Football again at the 25-yard line.
And they're going to kneel. You think Coach Kirshner won?
Well, here's what I think. I think we got a timeout. Let's just use it. You know, you can't carry it over, so you might as well use it here in the first half. Probably just say, listen, don't make any silly mistakes here in the last minute. You have a guest, I understand, at halftime as well.
Yes, Anthony Dumas will be with us. We're going to talk a little bit about Little League football.
Okay.
And longtime friend of the Myerses and a good guy, all-around guy, be with us at halftime.
Well, we're going to go into the locker room at 17-0. It's been a night that Warren Central has taken full advantage of the mistakes made by Lawrence Central and that Bear offense. Again, as we documented a few moments ago, we're talking about an offense that had over 600 yards against Westfield. They lose in overtime. They had over 500 yards against Lawrence North. They lost that one 41-26. So the defense has been kind of had their backs against the wall. You had the block punt that certainly kind of set the tone early for that Warren Central defense and that special teams. But then Jackson's come up big with a couple of touchdown runs here in the first half. But are you a little surprised that it's 17-0 at the stage?
I am. I thought it would be a little bit tighter than that. The way the game was going, I thought defensively very well. But I think the safety that Warren created early in the first quarter ignited their defense a little bit. Got that then touchdown, made it 8-0. Surprised everybody for the 2-point conversion to make it 10-0 at the end of one. And then you turn around and you score another 7 points in the second quarter, make it 17-0. I really think Warren's has to do a better job controlling the line of scrimmage. If they can do that, because they're in the game, I think they can move the ball up and down the floor, but they got to control the line of scrimmage. Right now, I don't, if I'm Warren, I don't rest on my Royals. We got to finish the game, and the turnovers have not been a bugaboo today.
Yeah.
It has been in the past. Does it come back? Does it creep back on you in the second half?
By the way, it will be Lawrence Central football to begin the third quarter. So I thought it was big when they got in the red zone and they didn't score right there. If they had to put points on the board, I think their momentum certainly would have at least felt much better going to that third quarter. So 17-0 here at the half. In a couple of moments, we will have a special guest, and we'll try to run down some of the scores from around the state, especially those here in central Indiana, in just a few moments as well. And there's a lot of big games. We talked about some of those big games in the pregame. And again, when you're thinking about being about halfway through the football season next week, as I said, you got to get some things right.
Well, at week 4, all of a sudden, your offense should be clicking, your defense should be clicking. The injury, though, how many players do you have hurt? Because the good teams have 2 or 3 backups. If you're only one man deep, some teams are really hurting. I think I looked at there's a lot of teams looking for their first win tonight after week 4. You got to get it done now, because week 9 is too late, because the new season begins and then you can't afford a loss.
Well, and one thing about the smaller schools playing so many players both ways, that injury can really hurt you.
The factor that it got cooler this week probably helped a lot of people. I know it sure did help Covenant Christian.
All right, when we come back, Keith will have a special guest coming up in a moment. Halftime, 17-0 Warriors.
Conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah,
Come on!
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@IndianaSRN.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Back at halftime with the score 17-0. Lawrence Central over Lawrence Central. As you see, the Lawrence Central marching band will be performing here at halftime. Beautiful display there as the marching band season once again has joined us on this ball. A lot of marching bands throughout the state of Indiana competing for state and national championships. Lawrence Central leads 17-0 over Lawrence Central. Don't forget high school football for you all 9 weeks. Next week, 5 big games on the network right here on IndianaSRN. Check out our website at IndianaSRN.org. Tomorrow night at the IHSAA TV network, Franklin and Adora. That starts at 1 o'clock with our pregame show starting at 1:05. Also, Alma taking on Manchester. That is a 4:07 start right here on IndianaSRN. Next week games, Evansville Memorial and Evansville Harrison. That's a 6:30 Central time right here on IndianaSRN. Scecina Heritage Christian, what a ball game that will be. I think Scecina very, very good in 2A. That will be a big test for them next week. game number 3 for you here on the network on IndianaSRN. Tinley and Covenant Christian, I missed that one for you. And then Mount Vernon and Delta also on the network. And Greenfield at Manchester is the college game for you on Saturday at 1 o'clock start. Covenant Christian leads at halftime 25-15 on our sister station. We'll take a break. We'll have a lot more for you right after this.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
Back at Lawrence Central High School with the score 17-0. Lawrence Central leading the Bears of Lawrence Central. With us now is Matthew Stein. He is one of our TDs, as we call technical directors, and also one of our camera guys. In fact, he has the end zone cam tonight. Matthew, we talk about IndianaSRN and the opportunity that with our growing company that we're looking for some young men or young ladies that have a desire to go beyond the microphone and go beyond the scene and do a great job on that. You do a great job with that as well. As your Butler graduates are going, hey, there's my boy. Talk a little bit about that opportunity. And you train some of those guys. Talk a little bit about that opportunity.
Yeah, IndianaSRN is a very good company, a growing company. Now getting into more of the HVAC market. A lot of opportunities popping up all over. It's also a company that I've gotten to start with my experience with as what I do now for a job. I get paid to go to sports. That's the craziest thing. If I told it to 10-year-old Matthew, it would blow his mind. I didn't know this job existed. So IndianaSRN is a great company to get involved with. If you love sports, if you enjoy going to sports, you can get paid to go to sporting events, and you also get experience in the industry. Get experience on camera, going to sporting events, working with different people. And also, I love just going to random sport events. Friday Night Football in Indiana is one of the best things to me.
IndianaSRN, you've been with us now. I think this is your second or third year with us.
Third, I believe.
Is your favorite thing the pregame meal before you
Wow.
get ready? Today was exceptional. It's a great age meal today.
I will say you get a variety of different amounts of hospitality depending on what school you're at. But so far here, the spread we had earlier was incredible. The fried chicken, remarkable. The mac and cheese, exquisite. It was quite impressive.
Talk a little bit about the behind the scenes, because if you're not familiar with it and you think, this is too much for me, it's not that as, I mean, you got to be detailed, but it's not as tough as people think it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I found it my first year or so really being overwhelmed by like the different words and the different phrases and acronyms that you use, but There can be that, but also once you just get a little bit of experience on camera, you get a little more confident behind a camera or just with camera with different audio equipment, it really starts to fall together. You start to piece together how everything works, and you really, the ball can pick up very quickly.
Talk about the relationship that we have with Butler and a lot of their college students now. We have a couple tonight that are with us. Talk a little bit about that relationship and how that is going to be developing. But it doesn't stop there. If you need more information, you can contact us at coach@IndianaSRN.org.
Absolutely.
We can get you involved. But that relationship with Butler is pretty good. And now with Bloomington coming on joining us as well.
Yes, there's a lot of good partnerships across Indianapolis. The Indianapolis sports community is very tight-knit. And Butler and Sports Live and IndianaSRN is one of the very good examples of that. I'm a person who's benefited from it. I graduated from Butler just over a year ago. Now there's several students involved doing camera work who have aspirations to be perhaps talent and otherwise who are just getting involved, getting reps, and that's the biggest thing about this industry. It's just getting those reps, getting out in the field and doing it, being on site.
And the way the sports scene is in the state of Indiana and everywhere, the more reps you get, the better you're going to get.
100%.
And I'm sure eventually one of these days we're going to have 4 or 5 guys who left our booth and now are working for other clients. We'll do the same thing for big corporations as well.
Absolutely. And we've even, again, back with Butler, it's sort of you're working with them to train up their younger students to help get them more reps. And it's just those reps, just repetition, doing it with a variety of equipment. It just helps all the better every single time.
Okay, Troy and I want to put you on the spot. He gave me this question for you.
Oh, I'm not
Who's
nervous.
the best play-by-play and color guys that you work with us?
I would like to plead the fifth. But I would also like to put out, depends like what you're asking for. Who's the easiest to work with versus who's the best? That could be a different kind of thing. It's like MJ versus Michael Jordan, best player versus greatest player. You know, it's tough to say.
It sounds like
Jerry
has prompted you to answer that question.
A lot of good people on the staff, I'll say, and a lot of good content on the network.
I will tell you this. The network is 15 years old, and we are growing, and it's a lot of fun, and we're glad that you're part of that team. And I will tell you, the best play-by-play guy in the business
Who's that?
has retired.
Ooh.
I am now the color commentator.
Oh, I see.
I had to do that. We'll take a break. We'll look at high school football scores. Troy just hit me in the head. Did you see that?
I did see that.
We'll take a break. We'll be back after this.
Thank you.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Back here, it's halftime, 17-0. Are you ready for some of the scores?
I guess so.
I'm
excited.
Some of your games are the Big Ten games of the week.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Halftime scores are sponsored.
Are they? By who?
Morales Group.
The Morales Group. Very good.
Building futures one story at a time.
One story, yes. Franklin Central leads Whiteland at halftime 9-7. In the second, Yorktown over Delta 7-6.
Are you kidding me?
Not kidding you.
Wow.
Brownsburg leading Avon near halftime 32-10. It's Covenant Christian leading North Putnam 22-15. Pendleton leading Greenfield Central 24-16 in the second quarter. Hamilton Southeastern in the second leading Fishers 21-7. Perry Meridian leading Plainfield, actually tied now at 14 as they're heading to the half. How about this score at halftime? Zionsville 3, Franklin Central 3. A defensive battle there,
yes, sir.
Speedway leading Ritter in the second 14-6. New Pal beating up on Mount Vernon 28-10 late in the second quarter there. Lawrence North leading North Central in the second 28-7 in the battle of two unbeaten teams in Bloomington. Bloomington South leading Bloomington North 7-0. East Central leading Franklin County 41-0. You talked about how good they were earlier.
East Central is on a roll.
IMG Ben Davis 21-7 IMG in the second. Mooresville leading Greenwood 31-8 in the second quarter. Halftime, Indianapolis Lutheran over LaPel, only 10-7 in that ball game. Cecina leading Beech Grove in the second, 27-23. Pike shutting out Southport 19-0 in the second. Cincinnati Moeller on top of Center Grove in the second, 14-6. And Ron Colley leading Columbus North 21-7. That game almost at halftime as well.
I want to thank Morales Group for sponsoring our halftime scoreboard show. Building better futures one story at a time. Locations in Indianapolis, Zionsville, Anderson, Columbus, Lafayette, and contact them at 317-472-7600. When we come back, Troy and I will bring you back to second half.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back at halftime, well, actually, we're going to go to the start of the third quarter. It's 17-0. Keys to the second half. I'll just put reverse roll on you. Key to the second half.
Well, first off, Lawrence Central, they got to get their offense going. I mean, when they got into the red zone, they failed both times to get 8 points. 3 times,
yep.
Yeah. It was 0 for 2 before the third one. Yeah, so you're 3 times in the red zone, you get nothing. You got to find a way, I think, to score in this first drive. Because you give back to Warren Central and the Warriors score, I think you're pretty much out of it. For the Warriors, just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, they're able to run the football. They're able to throw the football. They've gotten big plays by Davis. Luter's come up big, or take that back. Jackson's come up big on that side. Corley's come up big, and their running game, you talk about McMoore, he's played well in the first half. So I think this first possession will be big. By the way, Indiana now leading Indiana State 21-7.
You know, we talked about college football playing on Friday night, and a lot of the coaches in Indiana do not like the fact that their football teams have to play on Friday night because they want to be here watching these kids play. And your thoughts on that?
Well, I agree, and Tom Allen's one of them. I mean, I think Friday night should be saved for high school football because those kids that they want to see, if they're playing on Friday night, well, I can't come see them, and they can't come to my game on Saturday because I'm not there either. So I think it's a big mistake to play on Friday night. Onside kick bouncing high. Warren Central trying to catch Lawrence Central a little bit off guard this time, but it'll be Bears football on the recovery, though, on special teams, Cortez Humphrey.
And that's no harm, no foul right there. That onside kick, if you got it, great. If not, okay, your defense have played pretty well. Forced Warren Central to drive the length of the field to get you.
And that's what you tell your defense. You say, I've got confidence in what you're doing. We'll do an onside kick here. You're going to have the football at the 42-yard line, but you've shut out a team that has put some big-time points on the board in their first 3 games, and now you've held them scoreless in the first half.
Big possession here for LC.
Well, Bryson Luter trying to get something going here in this third quarter. Stack 3 receivers just outside the hash mark to the right. Nightfall is set here at Lawrence Central up on 56th Street. Ball caught far side. That's Davis. So they come out throwing the football. Looks like he stepped out of bounds at about the 48.
Beautiful night for football.
It is.
Might need a sweatshirt. Of course, our director has a sweatshirt, his snow boots, and his gloves on.
And it's still like 70, isn't it?
Yeah.
Second down and 4. Luter's used Jackson a lot tonight. This time he'll keep it. Luter around the left side. First down and more down to the 40-yard line. Great run by Bryson Luter, and that's what they are expecting out of a guy who's averaging over 9 yards per carry coming in.
And that time that everybody pulled on this side, he went the opposite way. Nice job. And the offensive line, for the first time in a while, have blew off the defensive line of Warren Central.
First down and 10. Bears' first possession here in the third quarter. We mentioned earlier they've been in the red zone 3 times. They have failed all 3 times. This could be a really big possession for the Bears. Trips near side, hash mark left. One receiver to the short side of the field is Luter. Again out of the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Pumps. Now looking down the middle of the field. Has a man, and it's going to be incomplete in between 2 different receivers. And I think somebody got mixed up right there because Davis was one of those there. The other receiver that was in the vicinity was Jalen Lawrence. And I'm not sure. One of those guys could have caught that football.
I think both of them ran to the post, and that's not where it should do. Look at this. In fact, they had to hold up or they would have collided.
Well, somebody didn't run the right route there. And there's another mistake by this Bears football team that may cost them here tonight. Second down and 10. Luter had a great throw on that one as well. They'll run the football left side and maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Not much there for Harrison, just trying to find some running room over the left side.
Maybe got then he get a yard, got right back to the line of scrimmage. Big third down here. You're almost to a 4-down territory thing, aren't you?
Getting close.
Maybe close?
Yeah, getting close. Of course, your defense has played okay at times tonight. Their back was against the wall early in this one, in fact, twice. But now third down. Luter to throw. Pumps again. Throws to the sideline and overthrows his intended receiver, DeMarcus Cole, and that throw wasn't even close. We talked about Luter, though, 67%, but he's only thrown the football 61 times coming into this ball game.
And now it's 4th down and 10, and it looks like the punting team is coming on the field.
Well, now your thought process is pin him deep. You're going to play this flip the field if you can.
Yep.
And try to get Warren Central trapped and then perhaps get the football back into Warren Central territory very quickly. Because you know the Warriors, they've run the football effectively tonight, and they'll do it again in this third quarter. Just try to run as much time off that clock as they can.
Covenant Christian leads North Putnam 25-22 at halftime, as we have a delay of game or a timeout.
I think this will be a delay game, and I'll tell you why. I think they're hoping that extra 5 yards will give their punter a chance to maybe angle that football to the sideline a little bit easier.
I have seen teams at practices this week, Troy, that tells the punter to punt that thing straight up in the air, and then you go surround the ball.
Yeah. And hope you don't shank it off the side of your foot because you're thinking so much about punting it straight in the air, right? It'll be number 45 in to punt the football away, Jaden Cowell. Normally defensive lineman. You don't see in a lot of these teams like Lawrence Central and Warren Central having really good special teams. We saw a block punt earlier by the Warriors, and this is going to take a good bounce. If it weren't for the bounce, that would not have been a very good punt, but that's going to get down to the 6-yard line.
And that went straight up in the air like we talked about. So the 6-yard line, 8-yard line.
Looks like it's going to be close to the 6-yard line.
Yep.
So the Warriors take over. Keith Jackson has had a good first half, couple of touchdown runs.
What a name. What a great name. Keith
One
Jackson.
of the great broadcasters of all time.
In the whole entire world. Yeah. And the name Keith itself is just
think if your last name is Jackson.
What you say?
17-0. So it'll be Warrior football for the first time here in the third quarter. They've been in this situation before tonight. When you talk about early in the first quarter, and they got out of it, the run right up the gut once again. There is your workhorse right now, Jalen McMoore.
Ball carrier number 19, Jalen McMoore.
You know, McMoore, 200 pounds at 5'9". You see the Warriors right there. He's a big back. But he got some good blocks there, too.
Tell you what, he puts his head down and goes.
Gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. He gets hit immediately and driven back. Nowhere to go against that front 4. One of those, Carter, once again, the defensive lineman at 6'5", 215. He's a junior. They'll say no gain. Football will be at the 12. Boy, Carter's been active tonight. He and Robertson, two really good defensive linemen.
Yes, sir.
So now, big third down here for this Lawrence Central defense. Reed Harden, a defensive end on the left side. Can he get a rush on right here? McMoore stays in as the lone setback. Jackson to throw. Here they come. Able to get away from two defenders, and Jackson on the run. 20, 25, 30, and out of bounds. Boy, let me tell you what, that's an instance right there where Brian Robertson was able to shoot upfield, and he shot too far, and Jackson read it well and got a first down.
And then Jackson saw that he was the only one that's going to make the play, and his feet made it for him.
There were two defenders there. There you see Robertson on the chase, but he looked like I mentioned Reed Harden earlier was in there, and he got by both of them. So first down and 10, football at the 33-yard line. Here is McMoore to the outside, and he's going to go down, and he might get about 3 out of this one.
Got a late flag. I think he got a hold here. In fact, he threw it at the player, and the player kicked it out of bounds.
It's only the second penalty we have seen tonight. So once they sort things out, flag is at about the 35-yard line. You know, the officials do such a great job. They haven't had to throw the flag much tonight. They're probably thinking, what do we do here? They haven't thrown it in a while.
What I like this, though, is the coach is talking to the official as he is explaining, and they're going to take the penalty.
Yeah, that's
a good call.
Yeah, Lawrence Central's thinking about field position here, and forcing them back another 10 yards back to the 25 is going to be big. They have to get to the 43 for a first down. So it's going to be first down and about 20 on this one. Handoff again, McMoore bouncing outside, 35, 40, and he can stay in bounds, but where did he step out? At the 49-yard line. He got a good enough run to get another first down. He only came in 196 yards on 30 carries, so it wasn't like he was a workhorse, but tonight, look at this, he's doing a great job. That's it.
Well, I tell you what,
tight-roped it.
He tapped some toes there.
Big first down after that holding penalty. Jackson has McMoore again. They're going to give it to him yet one more time. He'll get a couple of yards out of this one. There's another flag down back at the 46-yard line. Now, a lot of this comes from you're getting a little bit tired. You're running the football a lot. Your guys up front are blocking, and they got to put a lot of energy in against that good defensive front four.
It's all a mental right here. It's real mental here. And it's a crucial part of the game. You got 8:50 in the third.
Well, I'll tell you what, if McMoore can get you a first down every time, you can back me up 10 yards. I'll just come back.
It's a run 22 yards for you.
Be easy enough. Well, I think also you look at Carter and Harden and Goodwin and Robertson, those front four, they're so anxious to try to get to Jackson and not let him loose.
You have to pursue, though.
They'll give it off. Nope, it's going to be Jackson on the carry. Right side, 40, 45, and dives ahead near the 47, possibly 48-yard line, so he got a really good chunk of that back.
Tell you what, Jackson is just quick. Someone shot him out of a cannon. 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, 155 pounds, but he is quick and elusive. If you don't get a beat on him early, he's going to burn you.
And what is he, 6'3"? No,
5'7".
5'7".
5'7".
Yeah.
2nd down and 12. Jackson trips to the left, looks to throw to the sideline, incomplete. Throw is off the mark.
Receiver wasn't ready for the football.
Intended there for number 84, Jalen Morris, the 6'1", 180-pound junior. Bears make a change on their defense as well as they bring Sean May back in as one of their linebackers, because you're looking at a definite pass situation here for Warren Central. Trips left, they'll throw out in the flat, and McMorr can't make the catch, and Warren Central's offense now faced with a 4th down and 12.
Very interesting. Warren Central thought that was a lateral, went after the ball. Good call by this head linesman over here to rule that an incomplete pass.
By the way, and Eric Hester, the wide receiver there for Warren Central, he's a little bit shaken up, but he's going to stay in the ball game. Now Jackson being the quarterback and the punter, we have seen him drop back in punting formation, and he'll do the same right here. No rush, short kick. Ball will land inside the 25 and then take a Lawrence Central roll. They'll get a couple of extra yards out of that one to about the 28-yard line.
I want to thank Piper Logistics, from warehouse to transportation and everything in between. We do it all. 3 services and 1 solution. Contact them at 317-396-1023. Piper Logistics. I want to thank Greg and the family of underwriting IndianaSRN. If you own a company or a CEO or somebody out there that can make decisions about sponsorships, we want to talk to you. Coach at IndianaSRN.org.
Because you will also meet a lot of their different packages, right?
Oh, got tons of them. We can help you out anyway.
Thousands and thousands watching these games live and on replay. 1st down, Bears. Luter. Throw to the near side. That's actually going to be Luter here on the near side as Walker has come in as the new quarterback. Terry Walker III, a sophomore, 6'2", 170, a sidearm pass, and they move Luter out to the flat.
You think they might have saw something? I mean, they have underneath the tent, they have the screens there. Did they think they saw something that they might be able to use here?
Well, I think they're just looking for a spark, to be honest with you. And maybe Walker can do that, move Luter outside. He's been unable to move the offense consistently tonight. Parks will stay in as the lone setback. They'll look to throw. Sideline, and that's off the mark. It was intended here for Davis. Davis starts to cut to the inside. The ball went toward the sideline. That'll be an incomplete pass. Now here's the other thing you got to think about. New quarterback, Walker, different. You don't work with him probably that much throughout the week, so the reps haven't been there.
And the cadence might be different to you also for your lineman. That's a great shot of that young man right there.
I just think right now they're looking for some kind of a spark because this offense just has not been able to get the job done. Center Lamar Smith going back saying something there to Walker. Here's another big 3rd down and 6. Walker has time over the middle. Great arm and a big time hit, knocking the ball loose. That's Luter, who, by the way, got leveled, and he is down.
And I think you have helmet-to-helmet contact.
Well, I think they're going to call a penalty on Jovan Starks.
Did he catch this ball?
No. But he got hit by Starks big time. And the flag came out immediately. I'm not sure what the penalty, I don't know if can that be the penalty we're looking at, because I thought it was a clean hit.
This could be helmet-to-helmet contact.
Give him a hand, folks.
Yeah, that's helmet-to-helmet contact.
I'd love to see that again, though, even a little bit slower if you can. But how about Luter coming off the field? He took a big-time hit there.
But the trainer is taking him, and that will be...
Penalty markers on the Warriors. Personal foul.
And they're going to call a personal foul.
Here comes the slow-mo. This is coming right at you. Oh, yeah. Maybe the shoulder pad.
Yeah, but you know one thing about that for Starks, I mean, he might have been going for the football. It could have been inadvertent at that stage, too, so it didn't look like he was targeting him in any way.
That's a tough play.
Yeah. Well, nonetheless, football to the 46-yard line, and Luter out of the ball game. They went, tell you what, Luter all of a sudden became the main target. Davis, the big receiver, usually the guy they go to. This ball thrown to the near side. Ball's going to be caught and driven out of bounds. That's DeMarcus Cole. Flags are down again. Might be late hit on Warren Central, and now we got some extracurricular activities. Now temper's starting to flare.
Little chippiness now going on.
They got to get, for Warren Central, LaDre Harris out of there.
This is a good old Mick battle right now.
Yeah. Jeremy Finch leaving the ball game for Warren Central, and now they'll sort it out. We had one penalty, 2 penalties in the first half, and now they're coming all over the place.
And now all 5 officials.
Well, I'm sure Warren Central didn't feel maybe justified getting that penalty, but again, for the player's safety, for Bryson Luter, you got to be very careful when you're tackling anything around the head area. I thought it was kind of a situation where he really didn't mean to, being Starks.
An eligible player downfield and a personal foul against Warren Central. Do they offset, and we play first down again.
Yeah. I always thought maybe the penalty that was the most severe would have been the one that you would overrule, but so they mark off the 5, and then they
will
mark off
the 15.
Yeah. So it actually will still be first down, but they'll mark it at about the 44-yard line.
That's a first down.
So both teams getting a little bit chippy on that last possession. Probably came off that hit against Luter when Starks had the big hit for Warren Central, but now it'll be first down and 10 at the 44-yard line. Luter still out of the ball game. Bears run it up the middle, find a big hole. 35 to the outside 30, and then driven out of bounds around the 25-yard line. Great run for the Bears. That is Karan Parks, 5'9", 155, and a sophomore.
And the change to the quarterback has changed the rhythm of this game a little bit.
It has. Mentioned Walker at 6'2", 170. He has a good arm. We saw that earlier. He can sling the football. He'll fake the handoff, throws to the outside, almost intercepted. Stepping in, Sean Pennington.
You got to go to the ball, not let the ball come to you. I think that might be the little mistake here. But I tell you what, number 1 was ready for it. Pennington.
I like that.
The hand motion, man.
You got to have something. It's like in basketball, and they come out for the introduction.
We just had the fist.
Yeah, just, hey.
Nice play.
Things have changed, though, since you played back in the day when they had the peach baskets and all that.
Well, and the leather helmets went away long ago.
Second down and 10. Bears trying to get on the board here in the third. Here they come, and they sack the quarterback. Big-time rush off of that left side by Damian Shanklin. He had 2 sacks coming in, gets another one here.
Warren needed that momentum.
Back to the 32-yard line. Boy, for some reason, the Bears take a step or two. They've had the benefit of a couple of big penalties here on Warren Central, but they still just cannot stay consistent offensively here tonight. Luter is out. We mentioned Walker is in. Trips left. Big third down play here. Fires to the sideline, overthrows Luter, who's back in the ball game. Luter not a big target at 6 foot, Now that pass a little bit too high, but you can see if Walker can.
He got the arm.
He does have the arm. We're now 4th down at about 16, and I would imagine at this stage you're going to go for it. Lawrence Central has just really had a tough time, for whatever reason, offensively here tonight. Been in the red zone 3 times, unable to take advantage of some penalties so far here in the 3rd. Walker fumbles the football, picks it up, slings this one downfield. There's a collision there. Do we see a flag anywhere?
No. They got their legs tied up. No
Pass
flag.
intended for Bryson Luter again. So Warren Central takes over on downs with 6:12 to go here in the 3rd. Take a look at this one. Yeah, at first I don't even think it was catchable.
Yeah, it does have to be catchable. And then I think both feet got tangled up.
So the Bears again unable to do anything on offense, and here come the Warriors. Keith Jackson, 2 touchdown rushes tonight.
Here's the super slow-mo for you.
Yeah, that was
that's a good no call.
Warriors running the football to about the 35. James Clark on the carry. This is a Warren Central team that they can run McMorrow, they can run Clark. Jackson's dangerous. They've got McCullough they can run. They've got Twyman. They got a lot of running backs. 2nd down and 7, and just a little bit too anxious is Eric Hester here on the near side.
Got a halftime score for you. Memorial leads 6-0 at halftime. Our friend Chuck Levine and his crew on the broadcast.
By the way, it's Chaz Corley, number 89, not number 88. Yeah, Chuck went out for steak dinner tonight, or is that in the morning when he eats breakfast?
I'm sure it's best to get some gravy for breakfast.
Yeah. 2nd down and 12 now for the Warriors. Jackson fakes the handoff. He's going downfield. A lot of contact. That's an easy flag right there. That's going to go against Nick Johnson. Johnson grabbed him at about the 40-yard line, and he's saying, "What did I do?"
Heritage Christian scores again, makes it 31-22. It started the 3rd quarter.
Covenant Christian.
Covenant Christian, yeah. Sorry about that. 31-22? Yeah, started the 3rd. This is easy, right?
Oh, my, yes. I mean, generally, when that ball is thrown, I take a quick look, see where that defensive back is, and when you saw Nick Johnson kind of grabbing the receiver at the 40-yard line, it was pretty easy call. Put the football at the 45-yard line. Jackson showing he has a pretty good arm at 5'7", 155. RPO near side, ball caught up the left sideline. How about the big number 34 on the catch and run right there? Marcus Bell, 5'11", 240. Another flag is down.
Got another hanky.
Oh, but Bell, what a load.
This might be pass interference offense.
You know, I think we spoke too early about a clean ball game, didn't we?
I think we have.
I think it's your fault, by the way, because you said, "Hey, look how quick that first half was."
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Pass interference, offense. You're welcome.
You just can't leave that alone.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Injured player down here that's going to be Sean Ketchum, the starting center there for Warren Central. So we had 1 penalty in the first half, and we've had more flags here in this 3rd quarter than they probably have had in the last 2 games.
We want to thank Officially Human. Thanks to our officials for today's game for their hard work and dedication. Without them, we do not play. Please, if you have nothing to say, nice, don't say anything at all. Sportsmanship is the key. It's everyone's job.
Now, shouldn't that be for everyday life? If you don't have anything to say.
Exactly right.
We're all so uptight anymore. Just be nice. Well, they're still working on Sean Ketchum as you get a look at the Lawrence Central Bears defense. This is all now down, for me anyway, when you think about Lawrence Central, is can they take advantage of the mistakes and the penalties made by Warren Central? They didn't do it. They had 2 big penalties against that Warren Central defense, and yet Lawrence Central was still unable to do anything with the football. And then when Warren Central gets it back, there's been a couple of penalties against Warren Central, and yet can Lawrence Central take advantage of it? I think it's going to be big.
Yep. And there's still plenty of time for Warren Central.
There is, but I'm telling you what, the Warriors, I think they're going to run the football. Once you get to the fourth quarter, they'll milk that clock. They are still working on Ketchum. That's a big loss if you can't keep Ketchum in the ball game. He's 5'9", but 260 pounds.
Give him a hand, folks.
Looks like he's favoring that right leg.
See who's going to replace him at center. Looks like it is number, well, let me check this again. Looks like number 62 is coming in as the new center for Warren Central. That is Marvis Nall. Now, he goes 305 pounds if that is Nall. So they just got bigger at center. But a low snap, Jackson steps up. Can he get to the outside? No. He ran into Cam Herron, his left guard. But generally, you see Jackson get around that offensive lineman.
Nall is at the center, 6'1", 305.
So think you got bigger.
Yeah. And these snaps are real important down this end of the field.
Yeah, because now you haven't been in the ball game up to this point. Second down and forever. They've got to get to the 45 of Lawrence Central for the first down. Man in motion is Williams. Handoff up the middle, and there's nothing there. Bears really very stiff defensively on that carry. That was Clark on the carry. It looked like Carter was in there, one of the first ones there for the Bears, number 90. Robert Beasley, number 99 in the ball game now for Lawrence Central. He goes 270, only a sophomore. But you notice here, Warren Central really taking a lot of time getting the play, and the play clock is down to 11.
Well, there's no sense to hurry.
No. 4 receivers in the ball game. Jackson now to throw. Nothing there, rolling to the outside. He's got running room, but he's brought down from behind. Big 95, Brian Robertson, showing his speed off the edge. 6'1", 252, and a junior.
Have they ruled this an incomplete pass? They have not, okay. Because he dropped the ball. It looked like he dropped the ball once he hit the ground. So, fourth down.
Yeah, fourth down. And the punting unit will come on. So Lawrence Central is going to get excellent field position right here. Lawrence Central showing 3 receivers to the near side. But you'll see Jackson falling back into punt formation. That's a line drive kick. Just barely got over the line of scrimmage. Will take a Warriors roll down to the 39. Aren't you a little bit surprised sometimes that you don't see better special teams with some of these?
I think the talent level is so good in 6A that sometimes the special teams just, maybe they're not elite.
Right.
You know, they have so many other abilities. I'm just impressed with the number of kids that are playing football in 6A.
Well, let's see what's in store here for Lawrence Central. Looks like Luter may be back in at quarterback, and he is. Parks will be his lone running back.
And we said this before, but they have to score this possession.
I think they do.
They have to score.
They're getting down to crunch time. I know there's a lot of football to be played, but you're getting close. Hand off. Nice run right up the middle by Parks, and he'll get across the 40 to about the 43. Problem is, at this stage, do the Bears have the ability for quick strike offense against such a fast team like what you see in Warren Central? And they've played hurry-up football in that entire first half. A little slower here to the line of scrimmage. in this third quarter. Keeper by Luter, and he runs right into that big pile of bodies.
I don't think it surprised anybody in Warren Central.
No, he got a yard out of that, but it was only because of the scrum that you saw at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Jeremy Finch, one of the first ones in there. Warren Central playing a lot of different players. C.J. Snorton in there at 6 foot 235. He's a senior. So the Bears back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and a long 5. I'd say closer to 6. Luter to throw again. Sideline, ball's going to be caught right at the first down marker, and looks like the spot of the football right at the 50-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Bears. On the reception, that was number 10, Nick Johnson, who's in now for the Bears on offense.
Very good spot by the official. Gave him the spot where he caught the ball.
They're going to take that back. It's actually number 16, not number 10, DeMarcus Cole on the reception. Down a minute 37 to go. Bears first down and 10. Luter, 2 in the backfield. The handoff, the bounce to the outside, breaking a tackle, and then driven out of bounds near the 40-yard line. That'll be Pemberton on the carry there for the Bears. I'll say 9. He stepped out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Handoff again, this time up the middle, and might even be a loss of a yard for Albert Gooden.
That looked like a broken play there, Troy.
Now, one thing for sure, that defensive front 4 got in there very quickly. Didn't give Gooden much of a chance to find any running room. This offensive line for the Bears going to have to open up some holes here for these running backs. Gooden again puts his head down, got that yard back, very close to the 40. He got driven back and driven back hard.
This is going to be short by that much.
They're going to quick snap on this one to try to get the first down, and they're going to get it. There was a lot of movement right there, but no flags down on the field.
When you just get up to the line of scrimmage and just go.
Yeah. So first down, Bears, as they'll put it at the 39-yard line. 40 seconds remaining here in the third. All Warren Central at this point, 17-0. Luter to throw again. Here they come. Luter breaks that tackle. Wide open field, 35, and then cut out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
Got a flag at the 20.
That might be a penalty that'll give him some extra yardage. The way Luter's pointing, he's pointing at Warren Central.
Could it be holding on Warren Central downfield?
The advantage, again, of having a hurry-up offense, as we said earlier, you don't get a chance to
regroup.
You can't.
Nope.
Your defense is out there, and they may be getting a little bit tired. You got a good look at Luter right there, and they'll mark off the penalty. There's the holding against Warren Central. Now, we saw this earlier, Coach, and the Bears had a couple of big penalties against Warren Central. Unfortunately, got nothing out of it. Football at the 28-yard line. Luter, handoff, cutback at the 25, down to the 20, and inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line.
Offense is starting to roll a little bit.
They are. That was Pemberton, or was that number 26? That was Harrison. Could be the final play of this quarter. Fake the handoff. Luter keeps it himself. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Lawrence Central. They finally get on the board here in the third quarter. Been a while since the Bears have had a reason to celebrate.
Got some fireworks going on.
I like that. So So now the question is, do you try to go for 2 right here, make it 17-8? The bottom line is you're still going to need...
Move the ball to the far hash.
Yeah, so you're still going to need a couple of scores here in order to get the lead in this football game. Desmond Coleman a little late coming on there for the Bears.
There's the 2-point conversion.
So Luter out of the shotgun, and a flag is down, and this is going to go against the Bears, I do believe.
Penalty markers on the field.
There you see the official making the call. So that'll move him back 5 yards, and
now you got to kick, don't you?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't really see their kicker in pregame warm-up. Modern day. 6-6.
Yeah, ties it, scores 6-6.
Seen some low-scoring games so far.
Some really low-scoring games.
Get a good look at the football right there as the Bears will go ahead and go for it. Now after the 5-yard penalty, Luter, here comes the rush. He's flushed out, pumps, and then throws. Ball caught. 2-point conversion is good. The reception made by number 4, Jalen Lawrence. 6.5 to go in the third. Warriors lead it 17-8.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
It's amazing how you get a drive going. You saw some mistakes made, but you get it in the end zone, you're right back in the ballgame.
Yeah, you're right back. I mean, 17-8. Look at this.
How about that block? That was made possible by number 64, Lamar Smith.
Well, I was impressed with 55, Dumas with that little hole as well.
All right, let's see how Warren responds in a game that, you think about it, we thought this would be a higher scoring affair, but it has not been the case. So it will be Warriors getting the football back. Now, we have not seen any deep kicks in this football game here tonight. I wouldn't expect one here. Yeah, they will. Yeah. Cal will tee it up at the 40. And, of course, when you look at the receiving side of things for Warren Central, everybody's at the 10-yard line and extended all the way to midfield. Cal was looking at the sideline, and it will be a short kick. Yep, they were offsides, and so that's going to back him up an extra 5 yards. It almost looked like the kicker was a little bit confused on what he wanted to do. Take a look at this 2-point conversion right here. This is a great catch.
A little bit of pressure. Oh, yeah. Not only a great catch, but he was pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Well, quarterbacks have a kind of that sense. You very rarely see them go past the line of scrimmage. They kind of know.
And the rules changed a little bit now because you could step on the line as long as the nose of the ball doesn't go past the line of scrimmage. So
okay.
Make it so easy for the quarterback.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it makes it easier for the official too, right?
You had it easy when you were a quarterback.
You got that right.
Shoot. As a center, man, I got beat up.
And you weren't even on the team.
No, I was the manager.
Hey, Keith, we need a backup center. So they back it up 5 yards, and it will be a short kick. Warren Central's going to get very good field position out of this. Nice special teams, hard-hitting play off that return. See where they spot the football. That was Siren Williams on the return. And they'll put it at about the, 36-yard line. That's going to do it for period number 3. We head to the 4th. Warriors lead at 17-8.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back here at Lawrence Central, if we get some other scores, we'll certainly pass those along.
You know, I got to say real quick, Mosey Bowes and his staff, Barnes and his staff has done a great job hosting us. And I tell you what, they introduced everybody. They just introduced the Chain Gang.
Yeah.
With the Chain Gang song. I mean, they've introduced the referees, the Chain Gang, the concession stand workers. Mosey, thank you so much for your hospitality. We love coming here.
When you think about being a sideline worker, that's not an easy thing to do.
It's a dangerous job, isn't it?
Get rolled on a couple of times by a big offensive lineman.
Hey, that's why I wore the white hat when I refereed that team.
Sorry, you weren't going to get close, were you?
No, sir.
All right, here we go. Fourth period of play, and the Warriors are going to run the football 40, 45, and then brought down right at about the first down marker. That's going to be Ja'Shawn McCullough. We talked about him able to run the football. They got about 4 or 5 different running backs they can run.
Well, that's a big first down. You want to run the clock, and you want to stay inbounds now. You want the clock to be your friend.
You like about a 7.5
drive.
Yeah,
exactly.
8-minute drive right here if you can. And you can see the quarterback, Jackson, just looking at that play clock, got it down to 11. Handoff near side. That'll be McCullough across midfield down to the 49. By the way, Zionsville trying to pull off a win tonight. They lead Franklin Central 17-10 in the fourth quarter.
That Franklin Central ball club is a very good ball club. Jason West is, after his fourth year, they're playing very, very good. I tell you what, the North Pup and Cumberland Christian game, it's a shootout, 38-30.
Play clock down to 17 as Jackson at second down. Now set under center. We haven't seen him do that yet tonight. Handoff. McCullough near side. First down inside the 40 down to about the 35-yard line. Great run by McCullough. Hamilton Southeastern leading Fishers in the fourth quarter, 21-14.
That is a huge game. That's the Mud Suck game.
Cecina now leading Beech Grove 37-23 in the third. Whiteland leading Franklin Central 13-9 also in the third quarter. Don't have a Cathedral and Bishop Chittard score yet.
They hide that score.
Well, they shouldn't. Center Grove now trailing in their ball game 21-20. As Warren Central has it first down over the right side, and they're going to stay with a hot hand. That is McCullough, and he'll get to about the 31.
And they have ran off 2 minutes after the clock.
IMG now leading Ben Davis 34-7 in the fourth quarter. That IMG, their running back, I think, is going to Texas. They have a defensive lineman that's going to Oklahoma.
They have 17 Division I ball players.
Really? Yeah. Well, when you can get all those kids to come to your school, you know, they've always been a
power.
Yeah. Lawrence North now leading North Central 42-7 as they play in the third quarter. Second down here for the Warriors. McCullough over the left side got spun around and brought down. Took the early hit by number 29, R.J. Eldridge.
Big third down.
Bloomington North now leading Bloomington South 14-7.
Both those teams undefeated, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Mount Vernon and New Pal 49-31.
Wow.
That's a high-scoring affair in that one. Brownsburg all over Avon 39-10. Ron Conley leading Columbus North 28-10 as they play in the third. Jackson taking his time once again. Valuable time coming off the clock. McCullough over the right side. Big hole again inside the 25 down to the 22. All of a sudden, McCullough coming up big. We mentioned they have a lot of different running backs they can choose from. Now McCullough, 5'6", but 185. Mooresville now leading Greenwood 45-14 as they play in the third. Get a couple of more scores. We'll pass them along. Indianapolis Lutheran now a little breathing room against LaPel, leading that one 31-7. No score from Noblesville and Westfield, two top 20 teams. Clock down to near 8 minutes here in this fourth quarter. McCullough again ran into some big bodies, able to still get some positive yardage, and Lawrence Central trying to strip the football as he got across the 20. How about that one, huh?
Kevin Christian leads 44-30. I tell you what, last year that score, I think it was like 56-52 or something like that. I think you had the game, didn't you? Took forever to play at North Putnam.
Yeah, it's kind of like 5 setters in volleyball for me.
You love that, don't you?
Some of those long ones, yeah. But right here, Warren Central milking a lot of that clock, leading at 17-8. They're going to run the football again. Nope, they're going to throw. Play action pass by Jackson.
Got him
this
open.
One high in the air. Wide open in the end zone. Touchdown. What a call there for Warren Central. Wide open for the score was Jay Holman, the senior wide receiver. And that caught everybody off guard because, like me, I thought Warren Central was going to run the football again. That's a great play.
That might have just sealed it for them. But we've seen a lot of things have happened.
Yes. So the extra point attempt. And they'll go for 2 right here, and diving into the end zone. We've called this name before, Marcus Bell. And Bell at 240 pounds, able to put 2 more on the board. 7:21 to go in the fourth. Warriors lead at 25-8.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back here at Lawrence Central. Warren Central surprising everybody. By the way, Jackson now responsible for 3 of those scores, had 2 on the ground and just threw the touchdown pass. Memorial leading their game 9-6 at the end of the third. A lot of low-scoring games.
I know.
That's amazing.
It's the weather.
Brebeuf, by the way, leading Garin Catholic 9-6 in their game as they're entering the third quarter. Bears on the return across the 20 to about the 23-yard line, and that's where they'll take over 1st and 10, but the clock and the score against them right now. Take another look at this throw because he is wide open. Well, we're going to come back briefly.
There we go.
Here's the touchdown. See, that caught everybody off guard.
Look how wide open he is.
Well, and you
could have caught that pass.
I would have caught that one. You can't blame, though, the defensive back who got caught right there. Looked like it was number 10.
He was looking, though.
He was looking for the run.
Yeah.
That was Nick Johnson. He was thinking it was going to be run all the way. 1st down and 10. Luter again looks to throw, pumps, puts this one in the air, has a man, but throws it behind him. That was Davis, the 50-yard line. If he hits him in stride,
he's good.
He's got a touchdown. Here's your 2-point conversion. I love these big guys. Let me run the football. That's like Earl Campbell stuff right there.
Rum, bum, bum, bum.
Earl Campbell, one of the great running backs in the NFL, took no prisoners. Neither.
You know our buddy Bill Ludlow, he ran like that.
I know he did. I heard. He tells me about it. Luter to throw, far side, ball caught, 25, and a great open field tackle. That's Sean Pennington there for the Warriors. And a flag coming out as we have words said, and guess what? Some extracurricular activity. Here's some more flags. We've got a fight going on, and this could get ugly. Really could get ugly right here. This is the kind of stuff that you're afraid of because the tempers are flaring, and I'm not sure how you're going to sort this thing out. Looked like one of the players in there, Jovan Starks there for Warren Central, they had to get him out of there. And then you had some players that may have come off the bench, and as you know, that's a no-no.
Yep.
By the way, for the Bears, I think it was number 16, DeMarcus Cole. You know, I have been in broadcasts in the past where it got so ugly sometimes toward the end, they just stopped the game.
Yep.
We're not gonna go on any further. Yep. Because you could end up in a situation now where
you could lose players.
By the way, if we can get you a couple more updates, if there's anything sitting out there, looks like everything's updated to this point in our scoreboard. If you don't want to stay up late tonight, we'll have it on the sports page tomorrow, not only on IndianaSRN.org, but RadioTroy.com. All the scores from tonight.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flags and a hat on the field.
Well, if they had a chance to throw a couple of more, they might have. And it looks like both I don't know if that's the head coach for Warren Central and the head coach for Lawrence Central kind of meeting right there at the 35-yard line.
I think those are coordinators.
Okay.
And now here comes both coaches talking to the officials.
Well, it got chippy a little bit in that third quarter. But this one here kind of set the tone a little bit higher.
This is good officiating, though, right here, Troy, because both coaches are out on the field. The officials are out on the field, got numbers, and now they're going to tell you which numbers cannot play anymore. And if you get tossed tonight,
you don't play next week.
You don't play next week.
Well, I mentioned I saw Starks, and then I saw DeMarcus Cole. They were two of the main players involved in that when it got rolling. And then you saw a lot of different players come in there as well. I am not sure on that side for Warren Central as they have gathered their team together to talk to them, because you got to keep your cool in these kind of games. I know it's a rivalry, and Warren Central has kind of owned this series up until last year when Lawrence Central got the win, but you got to think about your next game.
Yep.
Just back off, shut your mouth, and get back in the huddle and try not to do anything further, because the other thing you got to worry about now is the handshaking when they go together after the game, because that can always be very dangerous too.
Yep. Week 5 next week, IndianaSRN.
Where am I at next week? Mount Vernon.
I don't know where. Yeah, I know I may be off next week.
Oh my!
John Lester.
Are you some kind of union guy or what?
Well,
you only work every 4 weeks? Or?
John Lester is coming back from vacation.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure I'm working Friday afternoon setting somebody up.
Yeah, true.
Probably Mount Vernon. Probably your game.
Probably.
Because you can't do it.
Well, I could, but, you know.
There's the penalties.
Now, I don't know how you sort this out, though. So who did they boot out is my question. If it was DeMarcus Cole, Jovan Starks, was it somebody else? Just unfortunate in this situation. You know what? And I'm glad they got control of it because
look at the coach over here at Lawrence Central telling his kids.
Yep.
That's good coaching. Both coaching staff, that's exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
Look, you are 16, 17 years old. Keep your emotions.
Well, here's one other thing that's different than when you and I played is there's no social media because I'm sure there's been some talk going on too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Our social media was our girlfriends.
Yeah. And she barely talked to me most of the time. So.
Well, we didn't have cell phones.
No.
I had to use the teletype.
Did you really?
Yeah. I didn't have it even.
You mean like telegraph?
Yeah. That's how that's how I quoted the Mrs. Telegraph.
Okay. So you knew all that, huh?
SOS. Save me.
Probably good you had it, didn't have it too, because knowing you.
I just think the good Lord had put me where I was.
Wouldn't get any more trouble, right?
Man, amen.
7:02 remaining in this one.
This could be a long 7:02.
Keith really messed this game up earlier. Look how quick we're going here. Next thing you know, here we are. All right, after the melee, or should say a little bit of a rumble. Boy, I tell you what, be careful there again. You just saw a hit. Warren Central's Damian Shanklin just laid out the running back, Pemberton. Pemberton got up like, what in the world was that?
Yep, 5-yard penalty, false start.
I understand from what I just heard, 14 penalties in the second half alone. We had one in the first half. And I still blame you for every one of them.
You're welcome. You're with Jarrett next week. You're okay.
Jarrett's with me next week? All right.
Get back from vacation if he gets back from Southern California.
So Lawrence Central down to our last 6.5 minutes of this one. Pemberton coming in motion. Luter gets hit as he throws the football. Tell you what, the guy who's active right now is Damian Shanklin. He's a defensive end at 6'5", 225. We talked about him. Had a sack earlier. He had 2 sacks coming in, but he's a beast off that right side. I'd hate to be the left tackle trying to slow Shanklin down. He's only a junior too, by the way. So after the incomplete pass, looks like for the Warriors, they win this one here tonight. They will go to 2-0 in conference play.
LC will go 0-2 in conference play.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough hole to dig out of, but their thoughts, I'm sure, as that ball complete on the far side to Gooden, their thoughts will probably be more on what they can do to get better the rest of the year and then think about the sectional. In their sectional, they have Lawrence North, Cathedral, North Central. It's a 4-team sectional. On the other side, that's sectional 6 and it's sectional 7 where Warren Central is. They've got Parameridian Tech, Southport. All right, Luter to throw. Here they come again. Gets away from that possible sack and then dropped at the 50-yard line. There he is again, Damian Shanklin. Tell you what, Shanklin, I'm thinking if I need an edge rusher at the next level, he might be the guy.
Well, they're going to give him the first down.
Wow, looked like the official had marked him back to the 50, but he got it at the 49. But he's hurt. That might be the other problem now is you have Luter go down. We'll probably see Walker coming back in. Good look there at Davis, who's really in the second half hasn't been much of a factor. He had some really big catches in the first half, but it kind of neutralized him in the second half. Well, I'll tell you what, I know the mix changed a little bit when Center Grove got out. Look at that. Look at him.
He's a star now.
He is.
Yeah.
Messed up his hair by putting that hoodie on.
Yeah. Amazing thing is he's got a hoodie on. You know, last year at Chittard,
he didn't wear one?
No. I think he wore shorts. Well, not as weird as you wearing the semi-state when it was 14 below and wearing shorts.
I've told you before I was okay until I found out there was a hole in the press box right down there at my legs, and the wind was coming in.
By the way, congratulations with your Cowboys winning last week.
How about Wyoming, huh?
Huh? You're a pretty good ball club.
There's something that Josh Allen and I have in common. We both went to Wyoming.
Well, he played a little bit better than you did.
A lot better. He's getting paid better than me, too.
Just a smidgen.
Yeah, that was a great comeback.
Yeah.
I thought when they were down 14-0, I thought it was over, and next thing you know, they roar back. And then Colorado. How about Deion Sanders and the Buffaloes?
Prime time again this week.
Yeah, he's going to be on prime time a lot, I have a feeling. All right, after the injury to Luter, Walker back in. We saw him earlier in the ball game. Fires this one downfield. Has a man inside the 20. Dropped down at around the 7-yard line. We just talked about Davis, and they made the connection, Walker to Davis. That's a great throw.
Had plenty of time as well.
I like this Walker kid. His arm, I mean, once he gets a little more experience, he can be tough.
Yes, sir.
Well, and that, I like him too. I like Davis. He's just a big receiver with good hands. So now into the red zone. Bears trying to get on the board, but then the ball fumbled and looks like it's going to be jumped on by Warren Central. They're going to have to sort him out here, but it looked like number 44, C.J. Snorton, was in there. And they're going to say nope, that Walker got it back somehow. I think Walker just wrestled him for the loose football.
And I tell you what, down in that pile, here's the scrum right here.
Well, that was right after the man in motion went by, and he starts to take off. I don't think he
concentrated on the ball.
Yeah, he starts to take off before he had it. Lamar Smith coming out of the ball game now for the Bears. He must have an equipment issue, so he's going to have to be replaced. Coming in the lineup now for Lawrence Central is number 65, who they did not put on our roster. So the unknown player is in. 2nd down and 12 after the loss of 2. Trips left on the hash mark. Walker to throw, has a man open at the 5, touchdown. It was Gooden who was in motion, and he scores, and the Bears get on the board. They trail it now 25-14.
You got to go for 2 here.
Yes, you do. Well, they haven't had much to cheer about tonight, but you think about Walker and his strong arm. If Luter gets hurt, Walker gets some more reps. I think he's going to be pretty good.
I tell you what, those first two possessions down on the 20-yard line in the first half,
yeah,
now loom big, don't they?
Very big. Very, very big. In fact, the 3 possessions they had in the red zone and failed to score. 5 wideouts, Walker in the backfield. Now puts a man in motion from left to right. Walker fires over the middle, and it's going to be caught, and there is Davis again for the 2-point conversion. The junior at 6'5", 200 pounds. 4:28 to go in the 4th. Warriors lead at 25-16.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Bertner Electric Incorporated is fully licensed and bonded electrical contractor for your protection. Our electricians are available 24/7 for service calls and specialize in electrical service and storm damage repair. For more information, give us a call today.
My name is Jay Jones. I'm the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and we appreciate you tuning in to tonight's game. We hope you'll stay tuned to SRN for tomorrow's Heartland Conference Game of the Week, showcasing some of the best small college football in the Midwest. We look forward to seeing you then.
Let's take a look at the score, Troy.
There you go, 25-16, and more importantly, you look at Luter getting hurt, and here's the touchdown pass.
Not a bad throw.
Walker.
Had to go get it. I think he was just getting some tape. And here's the 2. Is this the 2-point? Yes. No, this is
still the touchdown, yeah.
Yep.
Well, now you're going to see an onside kick, no doubt about that, as the Bears need to get the football back, down by 9 with only 4:28. We saw the Warriors moments ago using McCullough. McMoore had been given a little bit of a break in this fourth quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him back. But boy, Jayshon McCullough did a great job getting some big yards.
Hands team in the front.
So the football placed at the 40. Let's see how that hands team will do right here. I'm surprised. That was a line drive kick. And smartly, Warren Central just sits down. That's Jordan Williams. Here's your two-point conversion.
That's a nice pass.
Yeah. Are you surprised right there? I mean, I really thought this would be an onside kick unless the kicker just made a mistake right there.
Well, now you got timeouts. I think 2 first downs. Well, the timeouts will stop them. So,
by the way, to let you know, the scoreboard says this stadium closes 15 minutes after the conclusion of tonight's game, so you better hurry out of here. First down and 10. I don't know if you're that fast, though. Are you?
I know that our production team will be hustling.
Football at the 27-yard line. Jackson the handoff. That is going to be James Clark on the carry, just shy of the 30. So each team has 3 timeouts. The Bears going to have to do a lot of clock management right here because they still got to get 2 scores. And you know the Warriors are going to run a lot of time off the clock. You think right now they'll run it well under the 4-minute mark right here. They can get another 20 seconds off the clock right now.
This is why I like the 40-second ready for play clock.
Yep. Play clock down to 7. Jackson under center. Hand off, Clark. Clark, the cutback, gets a few extra yards, and he's going to gain to the 36-yard line.
Ball carrier number 21, James Clark.
Pretty soon the Bears are going to start using these timeouts, though. There's some chippiness again going on. Got to be very careful. That was 98, Cortez Humphrey.
Big third down.
And there's your timeout by Lawrence Central. 25-16 your score. Warren Central with the lead. If we can get some more updated scores, we'll pass those along. You're in dangerous territory if you're Lawrence Central now because you've got to have some timeouts on offense, but you got to stop the clock.
Yeah, with 2 timeouts left with 3:18. Play clock sets for 25. (44-37) Covenant Christian over North Putnam with 1.5 minutes to go in the fourth. You got any more?
Plainfield now leading Perry Meridian in the fourth, 21-20. Triton Central leading Monrovia 56-14.
Wow, that was a lot different score than I thought it would be.
See if we can pick up a couple of more here as you see the Warriors coming back out. Fishers in Hamilton Southeastern tied at 28 as they play in the fourth quarter as well. And what a ball game there. Speedway leading Ritter 14-6.
How's my Logan Sport doing?
I'll check that as soon as I can. Your Berries, I'm sure, playing just excellent football.
Stellar.
Very stellar. So after the timeout, it'll be third down and short. Handoff, nowhere to go. That defense coming up big. Big 95, Brian Robertson, one of the first ones in there. And going down hard on the tackle there for Warren Central was Amonte Jackson. And a player is, well, actually going to call a timeout once again. Pike leading Southport 32-8. They play in the fourth quarter. Cecina leading Beech Grove 44-23, also in the fourth. Most of these games are now in the fourth quarter. Whiteland leading Franklin Central 13-9. No score from Bishop Chatard and Cathedral. Thought we'd have one on that one. Center Grove trailing in their ball game 21-20. See what else we have. East Central ended up winning their game 55-0 over Franklin County. New Pal 63, Mount Vernon 39.
Boy, they just went on the gas.
Wow. By the way, Bloomington North now leading, still Bloomington South 14-7. We haven't gotten an update on that one in a while. Brownsburg winning at Avon 46-17. Ron Colley 35, Columbus North 10. Mooresville now leading Greenwood 52-22. Back here, 3:13 remaining. Football be placed at the 33-yard line. Warriors drop back. That punt ends up going right into the backside of one of the offensive linemen. Ball is loose. It's going to be Bears football at the 36-yard line. Boy, what a turn of events. The snap was low. Jackson hurried his punt. The next thing you know, it's right into the back of his offensive line. And the Bears still alive at 3:06 to go. Wow.
I'd like to remind you, if you'd like to watch the replay of this game, it's easy to do. It will be on our YouTube channel 30 minutes after the ball game. Watch the game over and over and over again.
Looks like Covenant's going to win, huh?
Going to win a ball game. Congratulations to Covenant.
All right, here we go.
This is not over.
Well,
You're welcome.
You still need 2 scores, though.
You're welcome, Troy.
Thank you. They're going to stack them on the far sideline as Walker stays in as the quarterback. Walker, strong arm, back in the pocket, throws, ball caught over the middle. It's going to be Davis again, all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Clock stops right at 3, and we'll start when they get the chain set.
Bears still have 1 timeout remaining. Trips right once again. Walker has time, steps up in the pocket, and this time he's going to go down. One of the Warrior players losing his helmet. That is Paris Green once again. Green's been big tonight up the middle. And so that's going to put the football, back at the 30, depending on the spot. It might be closer to the 28-yard line. Clock running at 2:38. You see it right there. They've got to get 2 scores, but boy, they're using a lot of time right here. Finally, ready to go. Again, trips on the short side of the field. And Walker back to throw. Here they come. Walker gets away from pressure at the 20, outside 15, and down to the 10-yard line and gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
How about the balance on this young man? This kid was going down to the ground and balanced himself in, and he just went pay dirt.
And they were coming after him. First down. Look at this again.
Look at this. He's going down right there. And look what he did. Went out of bounds. Smart.
They might be able to use him at quarterback and keep Luter at receiver. That way you have them both on the field.
You think he's tired?
No. I think he's
pumped.
He's pumped. First and goal at the 10. Stack trips right. Hash mark on the left. Walker, low snap, throws quickly. Ball tipped in the air, and that's knocked down. Boy, that would have been big. Dangerous. Right there. Not sure if it was Paris Green who got his hand on it or was Damian Shanklin.
LC has 1 timeout left.
Well, you got to be wise about this. Even if you get the score of the 2-point, you're still down by 1. You got to get the ball back and score at least a field goal. So they got to use this very wisely.
I think you need to score this play.
Well, you got to get close. You can't waste a whole lot of time. Man in motion, right, left. Walker to throw, and that's going to be too far.
He caught it!
Nope, he's out of bounds. He made the catch, but Goodman was out of bounds. That's a heck of a throw there by Walker.
How about the one-handed catch?
I bet they'd love to see it again. We will. That was Gooden out of the motion. Yeah, he was out of bounds.
Yeah, he was out of bounds,
close.
but he caught that ball with one hand.
Very close. Well, it does stop the clock, 2:02. And all of a sudden now it's third down. Everything you do from here on out, you got to get it in the end zone. Walker, long time at the sideline.
Look at the spread offense here.
Empty backfield. Trips right. 2 receivers to the near side. Now man in motion. It'll be 4 on the right. They'll throw over the middle and out of the reach of Gooden. And here we go again. More mix-up in the backfield.
Do we have a late flag?
It was 13, Jordan Barlow of Warren Central, and number 64, Lamar Smith of Lawrence Central. Take a look at this near catch, or catch and out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
The flag is down again. By the way, Jordan Barlow lost his hat during that brief encounter, and the penalty is going to go against the Bears. See, and that's big right there. That can not only end this game, but it could really kill your momentum. Well, he did point toward the Bears, but the way that...
No, here he comes.
Here we go.
So now it's 4th down. The ball's going to be at the 25. And was this to goal? Yeah, so it's 4th down and 25 to goal.
You got to score here. But now Warren Central is going to call a timeout. By the way, Martinsville now leading Decatur Central 25-24. Delta leading Yorktown 16-7. I haven't seen your Logan Sports score yet, but I'm still looking for it.
We'll see Delta next week, correct? Delta Mount Vernon?
Yeah. Guerin Catholic now leading Buff 20-9.
Is Guerin undefeated?
Yeah.
Wow. Good for them.
See if there's any. Oh, and Trinity now leading Carmel 41-14.
That Trinity ball club good.
So you have IMG and Trinity. I mean, give Carmel and teams like Center Grove and them, as we see our game tomorrow, Franklin Central and Aurora at 1:05. And then you have Manchester Alma at 4 o'clock. I was about ready to say that, these teams that play all these out-of-state teams, and again, that's kind of like Bishop Chatard playing up all the time. It will prepare you for the tournament.
I think we see Christian Brothers later on in the year this season.
We do?
I do believe we do.
Trips, actually 4 receivers to the right. Walker to throw. Fires to the end zone, and it is out of the reach of the intended receiver, Davis. And that's pretty much going to do it right there with 1:54 to go. They needed to score on 4th down. Good coverage, and I tell you what, if you're the Warriors, you got to like the way they got Davis covered on that pass play. I'll tell you what, though, I like Walker. That kid's got a heck of an arm.
Yep.
I don't know what they'll do in the future, but I wouldn't be surprised that if you saw him at quarterback and they moved Luter to wide receiver or used them both in that situation, they could have a 1-2-headed attack right there. It'd be very dangerous.
So if you're Warren, you just kneel a couple of times and could be over for you.
Yeah. Well, the Bears still have 1 timeout remaining. And they'll have to use it very quickly, as the Warriors will definitely just kneel on the football, and that's going to about do it. But I tell you what, you got to give Lawrence Central a lot of credit, Coach, because, they're down big, and yet they still battle right to the very end, even with their backup quarterback.
Yeah, Lawrence Central's going to be okay. As we said, it's week 4. Got to get better. But, lots of things going on. And this is an unsportsmanlike conduct foul against Lawrence Central.
Yeah, that will move it to the 40. Well, hopefully after the game, if they do decide to shake hands. There will not be any fisticuffs after tempers got a little bit hot.
I think both coaches have corrected.
Well, they'll hand the football off, and McMorr once again the carry to about the 43-yard line.
Timeout Warren Central. You expected them to do that.
You know, McMorr's lost his hat a couple of times. He has to come off the field again.
I think this is the third time he's lost his head.
I think it's the hair. Bears call the timeout. I want to remind you again, we'll have college football tomorrow, 2 games here on IndianaSRN. We'll have all the high school scores on the sports page coming up tomorrow. I think he lost his mouthpiece. He's looking for it.
He's looking for it.
The good news is,
Mr. Official, have you seen my mouthpiece?
Yeah, the good news, it's really longer than a 10-second rule.
That's not my mouthpiece, sir. That's someone else's.
Well, if you see one out there, let me know, because I could use it next week.
Yes, or I got to go to Emrose and get me another one.
Well, the way he has run the football tonight, I'd buy him one.
Yeah. Hey, thanks to Jerry Collins, our director, Matthew.
May I just say one thing about Jerry, that the slow motion, when we said, I'd love to see that in slow motion, we got it in slow motion. I like that.
Matthew Stein and Daniel Miller, our camera guy, and Sticks up there tonight.
Yeah, 3 guys working all that. Boy, nice run to the outside, 45-40, heading to the sideline and finally run down at about the 20-yard line. Another great run by James Clark. And no timeouts remaining here for Lawrence Central. I would think for Warren Central now they can just kneel on the football and run out the remainder of this one.
And we'll see if the offensive coordinator gets his way or the head coach gets his way.
So who's our impact player of the game in this one?
Well, I like 19 for Warren, but I really think it's Mr. Jackson.
I do too.
I think Mr. Jackson played a great ball game, kept his head on his shoulders.
Responsible for all 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, let's give it to Mr. Jackson.
So and is it sponsored, by the way?
It is sponsored by Piper Logistics.
Piper Logistics, impact player of the game once again. Keith Jackson, the 5'7", 155-pound junior, as he takes a knee right there and separate those players again. They're talking a lot there at the line of scrimmage. You don't want to get a guy thrown at this stage and lose him for next week. I was watching 73, Mike McDowell, the right tackle, just telling his players or his teammates just
be
back
quiet.
up and
Yep,
be
back
quiet.
Up and be quiet.
Well, as we mentioned, the Warriors will go to 2-0 in the conference, and for Lawrence Central, they will fall to 0-2. The schedules, again, get no easier the rest of the way because you play in the MIC. I mean, it's always going to be tough, but I think it's a big win here for Warren Central. They lost to this team last year, and they lost at home, but then you come back and get a win here tonight. That was just, I think, a huge win.
Yeah. Again, there's the final, 25-16. Both coaches meeting in the middle of the field. You got to love that.
Yep. Sure do.
And the game is over. Players are doing fine. Great.
And by the way, Warren Central, with that win here tonight, they're now 2-2. For Lawrence Central, they fall to 1-3. They opened up with a win against Indianapolis Tech. They had the shootout against Westfield. They lost to Lawrence North in another game in which they piled on some big-time offensive numbers, but unfortunately tonight just could not get that offense going really until the second half. Yeah, but they still lose it here by a final of 25-16. Don't forget, college football tomorrow. We'll start at 1:05 with our pregame, as we'll have the Aurora and Franklin game, and then we'll have the later game, Alma against Manchester, at around 4 o'clock. For the entire crew here at Lawrence Central High School, Warren wins at 25-16. Thanks for being with us. This has been high school football on IndianaSRN.